Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Happy days, back to winning ways. Hazard moving mad. Let's have it. Let's have it.
I'm joined by Adrian, a Liverpool fan.
Liverpool.
I'm joined by Ernest, a Manchester United fan.
Right.
Your MCM thinks that Mourinho's still good.
Wow.
Say again?
Your MCM thinks that Mourinho's still good.
MCM. And I'm joined by Remy, a Manchester United fan.
Mourinho, the board, in the words of Offset, y'all won.
Let's kick it off at
won.
Anfield, where
Y'all won.
Liverpool retained top spot after a 3-1 convincing victory over Manchester United. Gentlemen, what can we say about this game?
36 shots. Oh.
36 shots.
Let's get into the post-mortem, innit?
Oh.
Oh, were we surprised?
No.
No?
Well, yeah.
No. I think over the course of the season, no. However, you'd think in your minds that Jose Mourinho is he likes to make things about him.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have thought that he might have sent United with the intention of sort of causing a stir to how the Premier League title race is going. So he can be the one to say, well, I stopped Liverpool winning the league this season.
He played 2 right-backs.
So, but over the course of the season, no, it wasn't a surprise at all. But you always feel Liverpool, United, something might happen.
You always thought so.
Yeah.
How about you guys? Did you share that in the room as well?
Yeah, going into it, I said it like, it'll either be a 2-1 United win or a draw. Like, we'll make it sticky. We won't,
That's
we
right.
wouldn't be just roll over. We'll make it hard for them, even against the big teams this season, besides the Tottenham and City.
Why did you think that?
No, but like, it's a big game. You know what I'm saying? It's been poor this season, very poor. But, Chelsea, we did step it up. We're close to winning. Arsenal, that was poor, but still got a draw. So it's like, in the big games, he is, there's something.
And obviously we beat Fulham, so,
Yeah, but... wins are wins, isn't it? But, like, I just felt like against Liverpool, it's a big game. Your players are going to step up. But
Yeah, I think
that was
stuff like the Chelsea game where United, could have won the game when they were playing so bad going into the game. I think that's what clouded everyone's thoughts of what's going on. You feel like United could just get something in it. They could just turn up.
Season, you never know what you're going to get. Like, and
sometimes you do.
Sometimes you do, but the result, like, look at obviously the Juve one was lucky beyond.
Yeah, even the Juve game, yeah, it's like
play
dumb
so
stuff
bad,
like that.
You still get a result. I think
but
that's a standard United right now.
it's not. Yeah, but like it's not purely results. Like you can see patterns of absolute garbage.
But the thing is, the results still
garbage.
come. Some of the
It's
results
like a
still
scrap
come.
But again,
It's so bad.
if it's just a results thing, because I was results last season because I could see that there was some sort of pattern forming with the way we'd set up for certain games and set up for smaller teams as well. This season, we just bricked the whole thing. So I don't see how you man saw any hope. Personally,
Would you have been surprised if you drew that game?
very surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with this Man United?
Again, it's a question I asked against West Ham. How do you expect Matic, Herrera, and Fellaini to link a defence to attack? I'm still waiting for an answer. Like, how do you expect that to happen?
I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know.
But the great Jose Mourinho,
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it a thing of, because I'm not a coach, but is it a thing of if you have creative players, then they can create? Is that what it is? Is that usually how it goes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say so. But he said that he can't play because he can't play certain players because of how your defence is.
The guy's a muppet. Because you signed a man for 50 million quid.
Yeah.
And he said, I can't play him because I don't have any centre halves. So then why didn't he go for the centre half then? Why did you sign Fred in the first place?
I guess
I told you, man, why we signed Fred.
Well, Fred is red.
Fred is a red.
Oh, it was media.
Fred is no, it's not media.
Marketing.
No, Fred is a red.
Is that commercial?
We wanted to say Fred is a red. That's why we signed. Yeah,
I said he signed him for the tweet,
yeah. That's it.
I really don't get what he's done with these signings. Like, every single player right now in the
But
squad,
obviously the board didn't back him. We didn't win certain games because of a centre back. But listen.
No, I'm tired now because it's like.
Oh, for real? Okay.
No, but I never said.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Innit? Certain man was saying, certain man should step up.
I said that.
But
I said the players should step up.
Because even on Twitter, man was saying, but we drew to Southampton, we drew to Arsenal, and we played better against Fulham because Pogba was in there. But
Okay, that is wrong. I remember yesterday when me and Adrian were talking, we were doing like it was like a comparison to the Liverpool and United place. And I was like, even though right now it's hard to do that because pretty much everyone in Liverpool you will take them, but it's like when you think about United's players aren't bad.
Ability-wise.
We played 2 right backs,
I don't know
and we had a third one on the bench.
You might play the asymmetric system, bruv. I can have a left winger but no right winger. Does that make sense?
I don't know.
Are they good enough to beat Liverpool at Anfield though?
Of course,
The best team.
It's not of course.
Say they're best teams out there.
It's not an of course thing. Like
the thing is,
on paper,
but look at how.
it's not black and white.
Honestly, it's a serious question.
are they good enough to beat Liverpool?
If our best team is on the pitch, it's not it's not a guarantee.
No, it's not guaranteed, of course not. But
it's not.
You got the ability to, though.
But the ability is there.
No, Adrian, we have the ability to beat flipping West Ham. We didn't do it.
No,
Because I don't
I don't get
I'm of the opinion.
Yeah, like
I don't think
it's not as black and white as.
Well, are you talking about the players' individual talents as opposed aside from their tactics?
Let's say United's best team.
Give me a hundred
versus Liverpool's best team, and they go at They go at Anfield.
Yeah.
Right. That United team ain't winning.
Is the best team playing to their best of their abilities?
The best.
Yeah, they are. They are.
But look at yesterday.
I mean,
United in this awful state is 1-1 at 70 minutes in this awful state. So you can't tell me at their best, Martial is best, Lukaku is best, Rashford is best. Like
Pogba, Sanchez. Pogba and Sanchez in their best in that game. Come on.
But at home, away at Anfield, no,
it would have been tough. But
I didn't say it's impossible. But nobody went into this game as a United fan thinking we're going to win. Nobody did, right? Nobody, and people thought it would be great if we get a draw because Liverpool's team is that good.
Yeah.
Yes,
I wouldn't say that.
United's form is awful, so it doesn't help any matters. No. But if United weren't on bad form, you wouldn't expect them to win at Anfield. You would love it because it's.
I
wouldn't expect nobody to come to Anfield and win.
Exactly. No, that's my point. You wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I thought you were talking about like a damning.
I thought you said it's that specific scenario.
No, but like City at home, no matter how good anybody else is, no matter how good Liverpool are this season, City would expect to be beating Liverpool.
But it's like you lot last year, you lot were one of the best teams at home last season.
Yeah.
And only 2 teams beat you.
Yeah.
So like going into the Emirates, I wasn't confident, but could we beat Arsenal? Yeah, we could.
No, sure, but that's the thing.
That's the same thing I feel about Liverpool.
I think the best, but when it's out of the top lot and you're at home, you win. That's the favourite. The favourite is the home team.
No, listen, Liverpool are favourites. I'm just saying that I thought if you're saying a generic thing like Anfield is tough for everyone, and we shouldn't go in there thinking we're gonna win, as in a draw will be good enough. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But if you said it was like the head to head.
So
in my head, I'm thinking like talent versus talent.
Imagine
Man United can beat Liverpool.
Imagine Man United with Man City this year, right? Look, if City go to Anfield this season, no one's thinking City's going to win. No one's thinking that. Why? Because Liverpool are that good this season at home. That's all I'm saying.
No, I thought you meant like an isolated incident of just.
I don't know. The home thing. Okay, Anfield.
It was early. That was early in the season, to be fair. Yeah.
I don't know. I still think
like we are deep in December, close to the halfway point in the league. Liverpool's form has come to its fullness.
Yeah, you can see form.
It's come to its peak where you're like, you know what? Now we know what Liverpool look like. Yeah. Now we know what Man United look like. There is no in this game specifically for this game. I would say form does not go out the window. Form is a big factor in this game. Sure. Because we are crap. We're absolute garbage.
Yeah.
It's a disaster at Man United right now. Mm-hmm. So looking at Liverpool, you have to remember Liverpool have been waiting for this victory for about 4 seasons now. Yeah. They've been waiting.
Yeah.
They've been waiting to pepper us.
It's been a minute.
David Moyes.
Since David Moyes. So like when Matt went there, it was like raw. Like I'm not saying Liverpool were not better than us, but it was like when we won, we're better on the day.
Yeah.
In all the games we've beaten Liverpool, home and away, we've been better than them on the day.
Liverpool weren't that great that season, were they?
Team was crap.
Yeah,
team was crap.
So,
no, it was dead, bro.
Yeah,
team was crap. But it's like post
Suarez. That crap back 4.
Yeah, it's like Alice Sissoko and all them, man. But this time, like honestly, listen, shout out to Liverpool because like I said before the game, this is where we're gonna see Liverpool's squad in it. This is where we're gonna see what the man them are really saying. Fabinho for me, man of the match. The Brer ran the midfield. Oh, by the way, for all the Matic lovers, you know, you saw for yourself.
Yeah,
Matic you'll be surprised. And the thing is,
Even Matic doesn't love himself
and the
anymore.
thing is, you know the saddest. Well, one of the saddest things about that game is that Matic was our best midfielder. That's the saddest thing.
Did he man even play with a midfield?
Well,
No, honest question.
well, no, but if no, the great Mourinho
Yeah.
decided that Herrera and Matic were good enough, plus Lingard, and then he decided that Lukaku was going to play up top. But our top scorer is on the bench. Record signings on the bench. Our best link player in attacking midfielders on the bench. Andres Pereira was told that I don't like the fact that he's gone away to Valencia. I didn't like the way he did that. So Scott McTominay got his thing last season, but Pereira can't get into the squad.
I thought man was a hungry lion.
55, yeah, he's a hungry tiger. Yes,
He's not a tiger anymore.
and then played
This man a meerkat
and
now.
then played him right wing
Yeah.
against Valencia, and then you sign a £55 million midfielder, but somehow Fellaini was the link man between defence and attack.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, so the great
I
Mourinho.
can't lie. Like, I don't care about rationality. I don't care about club history. I don't care about football culture. Get the man out. Like,
Get him out.
He's managing to get sacked at the minute.
The thing is,
he's doing harm.
The census is that Mourinho should go. Do you get rid of him now?
Get rid of him now.
in the
Give it to Carrick at the end. Give it to Carrick to the end of the season, and then this interim
It's still a long
period.
season to go, though.
It's a
Carrick,
long season.
there's a long season to go. You might as well get somebody in now.
What, like who?
It's
If
not
you
gonna
are
get
going
any
to sack
better.
him.
It's actually not going
The
to get
thing is,
It can, though.
The thing is,
really how?
The thing
What's
is-
the gap? Is the gap like 10 points? Let me quickly.
The thing
look
is,
them up.
yeah.
It's 11 points between
The thing
us and
is-
Chelsea. That's top four.
That's just Chelsea.
The
Yeah.
thing is-
11 points.
11 points.
the thing is, yeah.
That's 4 games.
No, but 11 points is not a big gap. Not now.
Pete, stop it.
not in
man.
December.
Stop it, man.
Chelsea don't like slowing down like that.
man.
Tottenham
No,
are doing their thing.
I agree.
Liverpool and City
I
have
agree,
both
but
secured top
it's not a
two
big
in
gap
way,
in
you know
December.
what I'm saying?
Huh?
It's not that big in December. It's not that big. 11 points is not that big.
No, because the Lions big.
It's big in the context of the scenario we're dealing with.
Yeah, but
Because
There
United
are
have got more
more
L's.
L's coming.
else to
No,
come.
for everybody.
No,
For everybody.
No,
Yeah, but that's
more,
not
more
fine.
for
There's
United.
nobody else.
More for United.
It could be.
It is.
No, it could be because we're talking in the context of if you did get any. Because Remy said it won't get any better, and I said, well, look, maybe if there's new management,
It won't get any worse.
No, at this moment in
No, it won't
time,
get worse.
at this moment in
It can
time,
get
I
worse.
need
Yeah,
us
of
to
course it
finish.
can get worse.
I need us to finish outside the European spots. At this moment in time, I need yes.
That one
Finish.
happened. You finish in the top
No.
six.
No, you will. Because there's Newcastle, there's Burnley.
7th when City or Chelsea or Arsenal or Spurs are in the league.
Like honestly, because right now our best bet of getting into the top 4 next year or in Champions League spots is to win the Champions League. That is a myth.
Absolutely.
Yeah? That's an absolute myth.
Absolutely.
Get the guy out.
That's a huge
Or at least, you know what? Yeah. You know what I want
It
to
would
see.
be Mourinho to win the Champions League with United this
would.
year, though.
It would.
be.
No, but it's
so
not
good.
happening.
It's not
But it's
happening.
not happening.
It's not happening, but.
But it's not happening.
I'm just saying-
What Mourinho do you man see, bro?
I can't erase 20 years of Jose Mourinho.
I can. Do you know why?
I can't.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because if Stevie Wonder can see this, no, honestly, this is bad now.
But this is the one time
This
he's
is-
been bad at a football club. In all honesty,
This
in
is
terms of-
bad now.
Holistically,
This is
Holistically.
bad now.
In other clubs, he's
I
won
can't
the
lie,
league.
I'm
In
not-
other clubs, he's won the Champions League. In other clubs, then it turns sour.
is bad.
This is the worst.
But I'm not coming at his
It's
career
the
though.
worst, yeah.
Like his career, like nobody like for me, top 2 managers in world football.
I don't care
Yeah,
about
so
that.
But we're talking about him at Man United.
about right now.
I'm at a point where it's just like.
Then you don't sack him if he's the top 2 in the world.
I don't care about
But
that.
he's not operating like that.
There's something
I don't care
wrong
about
with the
that.
problem.
Neil Warner could do a better
The
job at the
team
minute.
gets changed all the
No,
time.
he can't.
The players, there's no
He really can't.
You really can't.
There's
He really
no-
can't.
I
He
don't
would have
know
played
what
12
he
defenders
can
at
do.
Anfield.
And it's like, we're all getting at the, well, most of the time, we get the players, they say, okay, step up, do this, do that. Is that a point where...
How do you play defensive football when you can't defend?
Does that make sense?
No,
I
how?
don't know.
No,
I don't know.
how?
Okay,
I don't know what the
and there,
strategy is.
I'm with you on
No,
that.
how?
I think
He's bad at managing the football team.
No, the thing is, where I
It's like-
agree
No,
with
he's not
how?
coach, he's not coach anymore.
if you said to me, I sack him on this basis, it's the thing he does well, he's not doing well anymore. That's for
why-
me-
that's why I don't care about top 2.
That's why that is where the only point.
No,
That's why I don't care about your CV.
more goals now.
I don't care about your
December than the whole of
CV.
last season.
I don't care about your CV.
You know my stance. I don't sack them.
The guy said
Back him. Sort out your club structure in general and back him in the summer.
And I was And I was gonna say, that's where I would say keep him. If I can see that you're actually employing guys who are getting job opportunities that have never existed at Old Trafford, that's where I'm like, okay, cool. I can see you're signing this guy as sporting director. I can see what this guy's gonna be doing. I can see a head of recruitment. Then I know this guy's going because Pogba's agents come out and said, bruv, he's not going anywhere in January, but his contract depends heavily on whether Jose Mourinho stays. Martial's doesn't want to stay. Pogba doesn't want to stay. De Gea doesn't want to stay. No, but at the end of the day, 2020, by the time he's 24, the guy can leave for whoever he wants.
I know, but that's
dead.
It's crazy that you've extended his contract. Like, can I say against his will?
What?
No. The club can activate duress. No, but then don't sign the contract.
No,
if you don't want that,
he can't not sign. The deal was.
He signed it in happier times, though.
Yeah, he said. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, you still need to consider your future. I'm not saying that. I'm saying hindsight is a beautiful thing. That's what I'm saying.
But let's be honest, none of us foresaw this nonsense.
And I'm not saying we did, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Hindsight is beautiful.
Yeah, of course.
Listen, get the guy out.
Yeah.
But sacking him as of today is not going to solve all our problems if we get someone else. So I'm not naive to think that Zidane's going to come and we're going to finish third. I'm not saying that.
Can I go one further on that?
Don't
you don't want to sack him under this regimen either, because they clearly can't get a manager at Manchester United. They've had 3 attempts and they failed 3 times.
I'm just saying.
You don't want to be under this.
I'm just saying. I've never smoked in my life. I don't drink, innit?
Well, he was close.
You see yesterday, You see yesterday, I thought a mulled wine would go down. I've never had mulled wine.
He's got a light one.
You're only doing anything next.
Honestly, no. What I saw yesterday. This is malpractice. This is heinous. This is asinine.
It's malpractice.
You cannot be allowed to call yourself a manager and no one has improved. Like, this is bad. Like, and then
he's never done it though.
What?
He's never improved anyone.
No.
He never has. So that side of Mourinho, it's harsh to judge him on that.
No, it's not harsh. It's not harsh.
Who did he improve?
Apparently that's too far away. The last time I brought it up, everyone said it was too
far
away. For example,
you can argue it's too far away, but B, he bought quality players. They were all quality. He didn't improve FCN. He didn't improve McClellan.
He got the best.
He bought the stake.
Give him the stake.
He bought the stake. And it's what the thing is.
But he got the best out of the players he had.
He got the best.
He didn't improve them.
But the thing is this.
He said improve.
But the thing is this, like, let's not pretend like Mourinho hasn't been backed. I'm tired of going back to this.
No, he has not been backed, and I'll repeat this year and year again. He's not been backed the same way his nemesis was.
So he's been back then.
But
in comparison, guess what? Unai's been backed.
So he's been backed.
Klopp's been backed. Everyone's been backed by that margin.
Except Poch.
not Poch.
Poch has no money, so you can't say he didn't get backed. He's been backed.
But
he has no money.
But
there's a difference.
Yeah,
there is no money.
There's a difference.
There's a huge difference.
I hear that.
The point is,
if they had money, they get it.
the point I'm making is,
he's on top of us.
No. You had a 19-point gap last season, and Man United did nothing to rectify that gap. And meanwhile, City added on to that bill.
Okay,
and that's what, and they'll finish with more points ahead of you this year than last year. So you can't tell me that he was back.
No, he was.
He definitely was not. This is insane.
He was.
What's your idea of him being back then? What would that look like?
Okay,
give away
he was given money and he spent it, and most of it he got wrong. But guess what? Give him the money again because he's a manager. Hang on. Let me finish. Because we got 3 minutes. Because I always said Guardiola done the same thing. Guardiola made the same mistakes Mourinho made in his first year. He spent 200 million in his first season and he won nothing.
Bravo.
He won nothing.
Nolito.
But guess what was it? What was he allowed to do? Do it again. He bought 4 defenders.
Yeah.
4. He didn't buy 1. He bought 4 at the same amount of money again.
And he got rid of
200 million.
200
million again. And guess what he did? 19 points clear. Guess what will happen this year? 19 points plus ahead of Man United. Why? Because your manager wasn't backed. You give him the money, you give him the tools, he will get you the league title because he's done it time.
He said he wanted Matic, we gave him Matic.
Yeah, but it's not enough.
We gave him Lukaku.
It's clearly not enough. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows here.
He asked for Bayern, we gave him Bayern. Tell me the players that he's been back with.
Let me finish. If Guardiola went to Man United, if Klopp went to Man United, none of them would win the league with Manchester United this season. They wouldn't because the players are not good enough.
They wouldn't be like 20
The
points.
players wouldn't be. It doesn't matter. They wouldn't have won the league. Whether it's 5 points, 19 points, 25 points. They weren't good enough to win the league.
We're asking for improvement.
Listen, but your board didn't back him. That's where I come to it. Your board didn't back him to improve.
So can I ask
Improve on 19 points.
So can I ask a question? So why are our best players not playing?
What do you mean?
Why are our best
players
players
that you
not
bought,
playing?
Okay, I have a criticism on him there. I criticise Mourinho for that.
I'm genuinely asking a question.
No, I'm criticising Mourinho for that. Why is he not best? Because I don't know.
Okay.
But he's clearly sabotaging his situation at Man United. Yep. He wants to pay off. It's going to cost him 24 million to pay him off.
Pay the
for the rest of his contract, and that's the end of that story. They will sack him. So in terms of what he's doing now, between now and May, we're going to forever ask questions. What's he doing? Why is he doing that? Why? Because we all agree. Pogba plays. Fred plays. Martial plays. You drop people like Lukaku. You drop Smalling. We all agree. No one's in disagreement here. So I'm not saying that he's blameless or he's not done anything wrong. But he was definitely not backed.
I think
to beat Man City this season.
No. I'm saying in the generic sense. I'm saying in the generic sense. He asked for players and he received players.
Yeah, but he didn't.
But yesterday was the 5th time Bayer and Lindelof have played together.
He didn't get them all.
Why is that?
He get them all.
But who gets them all?
That was circumstantial.
Who gets them all? What manager gets every player they ask for?
No, hold on.
Name me the manager.
What's that?
That gets every player they ask for.
What I'm saying is, he was not backed enough to win the league title. Full stop. With Bailly and with Lindelof, he was not backed enough to win the league.
We're saying, you're saying he didn't get back. Then you're saying he didn't get back to beat City. Arsenal didn't get back to beat City.
And that's why I said. Look, everyone got backed. If you want to go down that route of, did he spend money? Everybody spent money, right? But what I'm saying is that being backed, I'm not talking about it in the layman's terms of just giving him money to improve the squad. It was a different situation. City didn't need to improve their squad, did they? But they were looking at Jorginho, and then they went and got Mahrez. They didn't need to do none of that. In fairness, they didn't need to do none of that.
They wanted Alexis, didn't get him.
They wanted Alexis, didn't get him. So they replaced.
We got him.
So when Mourinho didn't get his players, nothing was replaced. When he was told he can't get Maguire or Alderweireld or whoever it was he was after, he didn't get replaced. Meanwhile, City went and got option number 2, which is kind of good enough anyway. So at the end of the day, I get it. Like he's been awful this season, Mourinho. He's been an awful manager this season, no doubt. But and he stuck his toys out the pram, and that's what he's basically he's going to do the rest of the season. He's been garbage at that. But Manchester United's board did not back him to beat Man City for the title.
We're not asking him to beat Man
And if
City.
you're not asking for the title, fine.
No. I never said
the second game, against Brighton. It was that second or third game.
Second game.
Even this whole
correct me if I'm wrong.
The issues were there from the get-go.
Zidane or Pochettino comes in. Do you need to go buy in January and in the summer?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We know
Why?
that, though.
Why?
Because some of the players that Mourinho signed are crap.
I know.
Because some of the players that we've had before.
No, I know.
So it's not just
it's not just Mourinho's fault that you need to go back in January and buy a player.
And we're not saying it's just Mourinho's fault. What we're saying is that the problems we're seeing on the pitch are all Mourinho's fault.
Yeah, because he's sabotaging
the reason they're 7th now.
And what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that if the team can be better and you're sabotaging it because you're throwing your toys at the pram, it means that the team can be improved with what it is now.
Yeah, with what it is now.
So what I'm saying is that if you're throwing your toys out of the pram because you didn't get all the players that you wanted, it means that you can still do better now because you have had additions this season. Yeah? Let's make no mistake. So if we're saying that, then we're saying that the team could be better than the teams on top of them this season, bar Liverpool, bar Man City. I'm not saying win the league because I feel like squad depth. We still have people who like Chris Smalling, like Phil Jones, who are still according to Mourinho, still integral parts of the squad. Yeah. I feel like those are the guys that we need to remove to get. But what I'm saying is that if the starting 11, if the best 11, which he happens to not know in his 3rd season, manages to play games and are actually improving game by game because tactically they've improved, then there is no excuse about not winning the league. So what I'm saying is everything on the pitch is your fault because as much as you didn't get 2 centre-backs or 1 centre-back, they're not the reasons that you've lost certain games. They are not the reasons. I'm not having it. I'm not having it at all.
But they are the reasons why they're that far apart from City.
No, I disagree. I disagree. The reason why we're far away from City are the drop points.
Not now.
And the drop points.
This season's Man United would have had more 19 or if not more points behind them this year, even with the additions. The Manchester United team is not good.
And that's why I disagree. That's why I disagree. That's why I disagree. I think that honestly. I think that honestly, some of the tactics I've seen from this man this season have been so insane.
No, I agree.
And he's getting away with absolute murder.
He's not getting away with murder.
He's getting away with murder.
He's not being
He's
bad.
getting away with
He's not
murder.
getting away
Why
with
did
it.
Fellaini
He's not
play
getting
number
away
10
with it.
yesterday?
He's not getting away
Why
with
did
it.
Fellaini play number 10 yesterday?
He's not getting away with it. What? Think about it. If he's not being... Look, you watch in January, he will get nobody.
Why did Fellaini
He'll
play
get no
number
one that he
10
wants.
yesterday?
Look, he's
No,
sabotaged.
if you no, and this is what I'm not
I
having
asked the question,
it because no,
I asked the question.
and I'm saying the sabotage.
So then you can't say to me...
The grounds for the sabotage make no sense.
No. That's
because
not the argument to be having. That's
the argument I've always had.
No, because that's the problem with Manchester United right now. They gave a man a new contract in January and didn't back him. And then you're going to say,
That's
we
not
should
the
sack
problem.
him because he threw his toys
That's
at
not
the
the
pram.
problem.
Fine.
Even you
His
fine.
new contract. His new contract is
it's
really
amazing.
not the problem.
It's amazing. Josie doesn't get his players, but you lot all agree and said that if you get a new manager, he needs to buy new players. Why? Because the squad's not good enough.
But it's not this bad. It's not this
I'm
bad.
not saying it's, and I agree, it's not this bad. It's not good enough though.
But he's throwing his toys
It's
out
not
of prime.
good
That's a
enough.
sackable offence,
It's not
bro.
good enough.
That's a sackable offence.
Man United won't dare to
The
sack him.
signings that
They
we
won't
got,
sack him.
okay, those signings that you say if you go back, well, Alvaro, Maguire.
Whoever it is.
No,
I
but
don't
even
know
never
who
say it.
they
You
were.
gotta say it because even
I
then.
don't know who they were.
But you're saying Alvaro will change the whole situation right now.
No, what I'm saying is now,
Like-
of course, we all agree that Man United are below par. It's not that they're on par and they're so far away from City. They're below par. I agree with that wholeheartedly. He is sabotaging that side, and that's as unprofessional.
But that's a
as you get.
big variable.
It's a big variable.
It's a massive variable.
It's a sackable offence.
It is, but Man United don't have the balls to sack him. Why? Because it's too much money to sack him. Why? Because he's the second greatest manager in world football. Why? Because if you get another manager in, can you guarantee top four? Can you guarantee a league title? No. And it's the fact that he's won the trophies that Moyes didn't win. He's won the trophies that Van Gaal didn't win, and yet.
But is that the issue of contention?
No, my point is, regardless, and it's getting to my point. Man United are not fussed anymore about these trophies. It's now a new program. Because when you signed Mourinho, it was all about we need success.
No,
but
we all agree that the reasonings for signing Mourinho, as much as some of us didn't agree, the reasonings made sense at the time. What I'm saying is the reasonings for the team not performing well this year don't add up to just he didn't get backed. The two ideologies don't add up. So yes, you didn't get backed as you would have wanted to, but that does not excuse poor performances from the players that you already have. That's what I'm saying. Not being backed is not the main issue of contention.
But so what are you sacking him on the basis of?
We're sacking on the basis of you're not getting the best out of your players.
This season or just in general? I
said last season.
So
I said last season and this season.
So look at the way we talk about them this season. Every player is regressing. Lukaku, we joke about him every single week. We're talking about
because he's not good enough for Manchester United, Remy.
Even then,
no. He's not.
Two seasons ago, he was like third top scorer with like 25 goals.
Yeah.
And when he came to United,
Rem, I'll be honest, yeah.
Keep it a buck.
If it's any other player you mentioned,
but
if you start with that, you've already lost.
He's worse this season than he was last season.
I'm saying Rom. I'm saying Rom.
Worse this season.
No, I'm saying Rom. Rom is not a typical off-form player. He's actually bad.
He's not good
No,
enough.
he's actually bad. If you kicked off with a Lindelof, you can kick.
Forget Lukaku then. Even though I did say yesterday, 11 goals in the first half of the season.
Remy, allow it.
The first half of the season, 11 goals.
Remy, allow it.
Across the road, they've rolled.
Remy, allow it.
Across the road, Sergio Aguero. Manchester United need to match that.
Cool, but I'm saying everyone
needs to match that kind of striker.
Lindelof, Martial didn't even get picked to the World Cup when he was won the season before. Didn't he win Golden Boy or something like that?
Bro, Alexis and Martial are better footballers than Sane and
Oscar.
Sterling.
And my question is, why do you know that?
Yeah.
Why do you
Mourinho
know
knows
that?
He's sabotaging.
No, but that's not repeat.
Oscar, to get paid 8 million a year.
Your points are about the biggest picture, and I'm saying my issues of contention have never been about the board because you can't get rid of a board as easily as you get rid of a manager.
I'm not saying get rid of the board.
No. Some of them need to go.
It should happen.
Some of them need to go.
No, I don't agree with that as such. They just need to buck their ideas up.
No,
It's
what
not-
ideas?
They're not football men though.
What ideas?
They don't get the
So
game.
bring in. I'm not saying sack the board. That's not what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm not saying sack the board. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saying that there are
Something needs to
individuals.
happen, yeah.
There are individuals that ideas have corrupted the way Man United view football.
No, absolutely.
So what I'm saying is that there are some guys that need to go.
Yeah.
I'm saying like Ed Woodward is not one of them. I think you need to keep him for business operations. He has to be there. I'm just saying the issue of contention is not the board for me. They are the biggest issue to deal with. The people that run the club. I'm just saying copy Arsenal. On the pitch, my issue is the guy who has been backed. That is my issue. My issue is if we had... Remember when Van Gaal had like 52 injuries that first season? He had bare injuries. Like that's someone... Like we played Swansea our first game and we played we played Jesse Lingard our right wing back. He got injured in the first 10 minutes. So Januzaj played right wing back. That's an injury crisis. Jose Mourinho has Pogba, Mata, and Martial on the bench. So so this business of him not being backed, I'm not having it.
You can't make a statement?
Because
Bro, come on.
but you made your statement.
I'm
I'm saying that argument holds no weight because I can look at West Ham as a statement. I look at Brighton as a statement. I can look at Tottenham as a statement. I can look at Man City as a statement because the tactics that you applied in all of those games made no sense.
Hey, they're not
You played
unprofessional.
Ander Herrera as centre back.
He is absolutely unprofessional. If you want to go to that conversation,
No, but
absolutely.
but this is the main
Absolutely.
issue. This is the main issue.
So you know what's so funny?
If your manager's
every
unprofessional,
drop-
how can you be professional?
Every drop point, right, is a Mourinho takes that onwards and faces the board with it. How many times has he done that? So it's clearly showing you that this guy actually, hang on a
Wait, so
minute,
Pete,
he's actually trying to kill this side at the minute. And he's trying to show the board, look, you're killing your own board. You're killing your own team, sorry. And it's ludicrous. I'm not backing that. I'm not backing that at all.
I think you're giving him too much credit right now. All this
I'm not giving him
I
credit.
just think he's not even got it anymore.
No, how can
way.
Mourinho... Wow.
I'm
Okay,
saying it.
fine. Let's
see
move
when
on.
he gets
Let's move
sacked
on.
and he moves on to his next team. Let's see how well they do. That's what I want to look at. Because
Wow.
I just think all this stuff. Now, I agree to an extent, but I think you're giving him a bit too much credit. Oh, okay. Here
giving
you
him no
go.
credit.
Here's this board.
That's
You
not
lost
credit.
again.
That's not credit. Trust me, that's not credit.
No. His issue is that if you don't want Mourinho to stay beyond the 3 years, do not give him a new contract. I 100%
First of
agree.
all.
But what I'm saying is that the issue of contention is not that because you can't deal with that now. The contract has been signed. There is nothing
Sure.
we can do about that now.
Sure.
So whether you've been backed or not, which is an absolute farce, yeah, is nonsense, bro.
It's
Because
not nonsense.
it's nonsense.
It's not
No,
nonsense.
do you know why?
It's not nonsense,
Do
Ernest.
you know why?
If you think you've been back to win the league title, you are crazy.
But I'm not talking about
it's
winning the league
nonsense.
title. I'm not talking about
So
winning
what
the league
then?
title.
So what are we moaning about?
I'm moaning about the fact that he's acting like he doesn't have players to win the games we've lost. That is what I'm
Man
saying.
United's not here to just be in and amongst the crowd. It's to win the league
No,
title.
no, if no, but Pete,
finishing second.
Pete, hear me out. The issue is this: if the players were playing to the best of potential because you tactically got it spot on, don't you have more of a point? As in, if we play to the best of our ability and we finish second again with 15, 19 points, and then you say, Wagwan,
Yeah.
don't you have more of a point?
Yeah.
It makes no
And
difference.
Look at Tottenham.
It makes no difference. It doesn't make a difference.
But at least,
It makes no difference.
at least,
It doesn't, because if they're playing at the best of their ability, they're not finishing top.
If
But
you back
at
Mourinho in
least at the end of the
January,
season, you're finishing higher than where we're going to finish this year.
Pete,
So I'm saying, isn't that better? Because it's not the best. Let's say the best scenario.
let's say the board.
better.
No, because my idea is Man United's about the league title. Full stop.
We are not about the league title.
Fine. Then
No,
then why
no.
hire Mourinho? Why did you get Mourinho then?
Because of what happened across the road.
No, because what happened previously, you had managers that were shocking. That didn't
It was
deliver. They didn't
knee-jerk
do-
reaction
they
because
were,
of
they
Pep
were.
Guardiola. So
They
that's
were.
what I'm saying.
But-
It's because of what happened across the road.
It's a good knee-jerk,
The
though.
point, it's not a bad one by any stretch.
Yeah.
But the point is, they got a winner. You recruit
serial winner.
You know, with Moyes, it was like it was touch and go. With Van Gaal, it's like this is the 90s
This
manager.
guy's
Let's see what he
crazy.
can
Yeah,
do.
he's
He's
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah.
But with Mourinho, you were guaranteed
two managers in the world.
success.
Top two
You were
managers in the world.
guaranteed success, and in that, he's got you 2 titles in his 3 years.
I think.
So it's like,
Trophies.
trophies. Sorry, I know. But you know, so for me, on that point, if it's about let's finish second and finish 19 points behind City, as opposed to finishing 7th or 8th, fine. If that's a difference for you guys, then fine, fair enough.
Pete.
Because he's not getting the best.
No,
out of his players now.
because what I'm saying is we don't know how good our team is because they haven't played well.
Yeah.
But it's not good enough.
But if you give
even
it
at its best, it's not good enough.
Pete, but at least, but what I'm saying is at least then we can see.
Last season, was it not playing at its best?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I'll give you an example. Against Sevilla, what justifies McTominay playing in midfield instead of Pogba?
Oh, get this guy out, man.
No, honestly, because man forget last season there were a lot of games that we were absolutely dire.
Dude, nonsense.
And what I'm saying is that was, and that's why I've always argued that second and 19 points, in my opinion, like how many of those games were big teams? It was like 3 teams.
No, sure.
So what I'm saying is, when you're on Boxing Day conceding 2 goals against Burnley in the first 10 minutes of the game, that's not your best ability, bruv. Like it's not. So I'm not having, and that's what I'm saying. The issue of him being backed is nonsense because the issue is this. Our team is better than what we're playing right now. So whether or not you got Maguire and Alderweireld, it doesn't make a difference to Brighton. It doesn't make a difference to West Ham because your tactics were absolute dire.
True,
they were dead.
You'd be third. You wouldn't.
And I'm saying third is a better. What I'm saying is third is a better reason to have an argument than to sabotage it.
It makes no difference.
It does. I disagree.
Even if you finish even if you're third right now, and I'm like, Mourinho hasn't been backed. None of you lot would just sit there and agree. You wouldn't, because you would still say, hang on a minute, this team is good enough to be top. That's what you lot believe. You don't believe that Man United could be top of the league?
No. Last season, what did I say? I said the team is good enough to close the gap of 19 points. Because even if it's 8 or 7, then at least we were second with 7 points. I never said the team was good enough to win the league.
For City
because in December, City won the league in December last year.
My argument for City last year was that 100 points was a freak show. So that's not going to happen every year. But if you take Man United's 81 points last season and bring it in this season, it's still not going to win the league. But Liverpool and City are not going to hit 100 points.
Again, I don't agree with United fans that thought that we were good enough in certain parts of the season to win the league. Beginning of the season, we were tearing teams apart. So of course you have that added bonus of I have evidence here of why we can win it.
Yeah.
When December came, we were 8 points off. I think we went to Anfield, and the season went downhill from there. Yeah. That's when I said, you know what, City are really showing the golfing class. But by February, March, when we come out of the Champions League, of course I thought we can finish second and close the gap to a more wholesome number. So I'm not this business of what's it called? He hasn't been backed, and so we can't finish. Closing the gap doesn't make a difference. I disagree, simply because closing the gap means that there is a consistency since you've come. From 6th to 2nd to say 2nd or 3rd, okay, cool. Then your argument holds more weight. Then we can say Jose Mourinho is not the problem on the pitch because he hasn't actually been backed by these guys. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying back to win the league. I'm saying backed so at least close the gap so it's smaller. Because when you have Lukaku up top, face it, we're not doing bits. Absolutely. But what I'm saying is, now you sign Fred. Fred is nowhere to be seen in the biggest game of our season. Pogba's nowhere to be seen. Mata comes on in the last 10 minutes of the game. These are just it's tactically inept. Like you're not using your head, bro. And if you're doing these things to sabotage, what I'm saying is that sabotaging it does not prove the point you're trying to prove. That's what I'm saying.
His man did.
The thing is, the reason why I'm saying it does is because even if they were playing their best, you still wouldn't say they were top. You would still say they were 3rd or 2nd.
And Pete, what I'm saying is that's not my issue.
Exactly, but that's my point.
But the board doesn't want first. And so we can deal with the board after.
Okay. So the board doesn't want first.
Of course they don't.
Why did it recruit Mourinho?
They want to quit. The first season of 6 gassed them up for January 2017 when they gave him the new contract.
Yeah.
Oh, we won a European title. Oh, we won the League Cup with a 35-year-old Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Yeah. Oh, let's back him with Lukaku.
No, let's get back to it. No, not that. I'm saying, why did he come in the first place?
He came in the first place because at that moment in time, he guaranteed more success than any other manager, in their opinion. In my opinion, Carlo Ancelotti should have been our next manager. That's what I said. Carlo Ancelotti, Poch if you want longevity, and then Mourinho for short-term success. But if you want a man to build, you get Carlo in. That's what I said.
So what do you reckon the board did? The board did it
board did it because Pep got signed across the road. And for them, because they're not football heads, they look at the time of Barcelona and Real Madrid and think, oh wow, he's the only manager to win the league while Pep was doing his thing. So let's get him.
Do you think they're as dumb as that?
No, that's a fantastic point.
Do you think the board is as dumb as that?
I
think you're disrespecting.
If you want a podcast of 45 minutes of Manchester United's board, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll show you. I'll give you
We should
research.
do a bonus one.
I'll
for
do
that.
it.
We'll do a
I'll
bonus.
do it.
I feel like the
Right.
boards here, they wanted Jose Mourinho success.
Yeah.
But they never gave Jose Mourinho the parameters for his previous success. And that's why the point I like to make is a halfway house where, for me, you get top 2 manager in the world. You've seen how he's won things in Spain, in Italy, in England, even. And so you do it like that, but it's like you will be like,
They didn't match Manchester United's traditions with the expectancy of Jose
Exactly,
Mourinho.
it's a halfway house. It's just like they did half Man United, half Jose.
So Scott McTominay,
you're so spot on there.
Scott McTominay won Young Player of the Year at Man United because he has to fit a quota of Manchester United for 8
someone
years
on the bench.
have always had an academy player on the bench, so keep the tradition in him. And because Pereira was gone, McTominay got his shine. Do you see what I'm saying? So
Is that a thing, that you don't have a
we
academy?
always have an academy
Like
player.
80, yeah,
like
80.
our squad is full of Lingards, Rashfords, Pogba, Pereira, 4 academy
And
players.
obviously, class of
See what I'm
92
saying?
dealt with like 15, 18 years.
Yeah, do you see what I'm
I
saying?
rate that. That's wicked.
But you know what it is, because we're running out of time. I don't even want to get onto Roy Keane and Gary Neville because they were talking absolute crap.
They were
yesterday.
spot on.
Oh, I knew you'd agree
spot
with
on.
it. I knew you'd agree with it.
Bang on.
I knew you'd agree.
Bang on the money.
Which part?
Lingard.
What part do you want?
Lingard.
What did they say about Lingard?
About
He should-
releasing-
he should-
What's wrong with that Lingard
He
chat?
shouldn't launch his clothing line
I don't want to talk about
this
that. That's
week.
garbage.
But
See,
I thought Rio
Neville's
opened
awful.
number 5 when he was a Man United player. But you know,
What, before the derby?
I thought Roy Keane
No.
was going on the piss
Bear in
before
mind,
games.
bear in mind, Neville's come with an old school head. He's not come with a...
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Let's dismiss that now.
That's the problem.
And that's fine. If it's a case of, don't bring your old mentality here, then fine. I won't disagree with anybody who thinks that. But I get his point. The game
It doesn't
is
make
huge.
sense.
The game is huge, but...
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't seem to me Man United thought this
Because
game was huge.
what? Do man launch clothing lines in 7 days? You think man didn't organise this from time?
I like.
No,
Man are moving dumb, bro.
No, but he's talking about the mentality of Manchester United.
The mentality of Manchester United.
He released it on a day. On a
No, I get that.
I thought it was on his birthday.
It was on his birthday.
But the point is,
If man had
There
done
is
it
a
before
mentality
Fulham,
problem.
if man had done it before
Right.
Fulham and we'd lost, then what?
It would have been before
Then
Fulham,
what?
before Southampton, or during the World Cup. When's he going to release it?
No.
Right,
And Neville
what?
said that. And Neville said that. No. He has to release it. He should also. We should push footballers to do other things and venture on other things. So his issue wasn't having a clothing line. It was just before Liverpool. Because for him, Liverpool
no
was
sense.
still the rawest thing.
It makes no sense.
Whereas
Because-
it's not
because-
for us.
because-
It's
because-
not for United now. and it's not for us.
Since Lingard was born, it's not.
Because
So you
what's
said preparation.
what's the correlation between extracurricular activities and winning games? What's the correlation?
No, because it
doesn't make sense.
It's the point of just the focus. It's just the,
It doesn't make
the mentality.
Just because you've launched a clothing line doesn't mean you lack focus.
It's not that. It's just that you have your mind on other things as well as the game ahead. It's not just
Yes.
the game ahead.
I have.
If
So
man's reading the
so-
book during the week,
No.
are we going to complain?
But it doesn't require work.
if he
He's
posts
working.
if he
He's
posts
working. Lingard's not just sitting on
a picture of him writing his book,
Yeah,
and then
it's-
but it doesn't make sense.
No,
It's
it's
dumb.
dumb.
It doesn't make sense.
It's not dumb.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's a mentality.
And then Roy Keane moving mad as well. Like wasn't he the one that left the World Cup team?
2002.
Yeah.
Fight with Brad
Wasn't he the one that had beef with it wasn't
McCarthy.
O'Neill.
not Martin O'Neill, the squad
McCarthy.
players.
No, but do you remember why he left? And nobody
He released the diss
Nobody
track.
backs why he left.
Why did he
November.
leave?
When they went to their training camp, training camp was so unserious. He was saying that when they turned, I think where was this World Cup in South Korea?
Korea.
So they turned up to this place where it had nothing to do with football. It was not a training facility of any kind. It was very, very odd, weird, and whatnot. And so he approaches the manager and is like, this is not how you prepare for a World Cup. This was like a leisure thing. It was nothing to do with training at all. And
I
he
don't
said,
think we're talking about the same things then.
That's
When-
cool,
when
because
he walked out the
Ireland
World
went
Cup
to the
squad.
quarterfinals without
No,
him.
no, when he was out the squad.
not that one. It's
I-
when he
when
was assistant manager.
Oh, yeah,
And he was getting that players. No, because man,
He went to the quarters without him. So
man talk about Roy Keane like man, he's the purveyor of truth. Like he's talking nonsense.
Because he's
But
miserable,
but
innit?
him
It's all nonsense.
and Neville got that mentality, bruv. That Man United winning mentality.
Oh, here we go.
They know how to do
Man
it.
United winning
They know how to
mentality.
do it.
Did he take us to Valencia? Did he take us to Valencia?
No,
Oh, okay, cool.
no, 'cause
Waste man. He's talking nonsense,
It's not the
bro.
mentality.
He's talking
only,
nonsense, bro.
Because you need the.
He's
you need the
talking
players,
nonsense, bro.
Ernest, if you're a manager
He's
of Valencia,
talking
have you
nonsense.
do you remember what Valencia side?
He's talking
Hang on.
nonsense.
Do you remember what
Tangent.
Valencia side? It is a tangent. Do you know what Valencia side?
talking
Gary Neville took?
nonsense.
Do you know what Valencia side he took?
He's talking
Right. Don't bring up
nonsense.
Valencia if you're not going to talk about that
He's talking
situation.
nonsense. What I'm saying is, don't talk about a man's mentality. Don't talk about a man's mentality.
You can.
You
That
can't.
was his point.
As you know, you can have a
That
good
was his
mentality and
point.
get panned, though.
You can.
So, like,
what's the mentality?
come on.
What's the mentality of Manchester United
Come
right
on.
now? Is it at the level?
What is Lingard's mentality?
Is it the
What is Lingard's mentality?
It's not at the level.
What is it? No, but what is it?
It's not
No, but what is
level.
it?
It's not level.
No, but what is it?
It's not
What is
level.
it? No, but what is it? What is his mentality?
In the exact game he scored.
No, fair play to him.
What's his mentality? No, hold on.
It's not levels.
What's
The mentality.
What is it?
It's
What
not a
is-
championship
Don't-
title winning
don't-
mentality.
listen. What is
I'm
it?
answering your question.
It's not a title winning mentality.
It's not a title winning mentality. No one at Manchester United's got it right now.
Listen.
None of them.
Title winning-
top to bottom.
title winning mentality.
None of them have it.
Title winning
They haven't got
mentality.
it. They haven't got it.
Based on
They
what?
haven't got it.
Based on
Tell
what?
me, Man
Based
United
on
have got
what?
mentality.
Based
Tell
on
me.
what?
I'm
Based on
bugging.
what? Based on what?
Tell me that they have
Pogba won the
Based
World
on
Cup in
what?
the summer.
Pogba did not just win the World Cup.
Based on what?
Pogba won
Did he
the
have the
World Cup in the
mentality?
summer.
Did he have the mentality this summer?
Has Pogba been good enough for Man United this season?
Who do you think that's because of?
Based on what? What is the
Don't worry.
They don't have the mentality based on what?
Clothing lines before
Here we go.
Can I ask a question?
Sue me.
Does Raheem Sterling have the mentality for Man City when he's posting Instagram his stat stuff and then scoring on the weekend?
Yeah, he does.
He has the mentality.
He has the mentality.
Even though he's talking about things off the field.
Are you talking about when he was racially abused at Stamford Bridge and then he posted it the day after the game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's got nothing.
That's
That's got nothing to do with
No,
it.
let me explain. Let me explain why.
Piss off.
Let me explain. You're talking about who just scored.
Fucking lost.
No.
Racially abused.
He's asking me.
I'm showing you how dumb it is.
No, shut up.
showing you how dumb the thing is. I'm showing you how dumb the thing is. You're not making sense.
He just said to me, what's the mentality of Raheem Sterling?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
He's spending his time thinking about something that is off the pitch.
You're a scumbag.
How am I a scumbag?
Chelsea anyway.
How am I a scumbag? You're being dumb. You're being dumb. Don't do that.
After the game.
Don't do that.
After the game.
Don't do that.
After the game.
When was
After the game.
Because you missed my whole point. I'm showing you how dumb your point is. I'm showing you how dumb your point is.
You're pathetic.
It's not making sense.
Listen.
You know why it's funny? Because you're a Chelsea fan.
No, but you're not
talking about.
But you're missing the nuance in what I'm saying. I'm not saying.
It's not the same thing, bro. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Guys. Obviously, it's not the example
really
of
not
the
the
race.
same.
He's saying
You're missing what I'm saying.
off the pitch. If any player does anything off the pitch, is their mentality changed?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Check this.
Yeah.
If Raheem Sterling goes ahead before the Manchester derby and starts putting out this clothing line, whatever, right? Because it's the same thing as the Lingard thing, right? Would I have a question of his mentality and he gets beat at the Etihad? Yes, I would. I would question his mentality. But my point is, to bring up the race thing was completely left track.
I'm just what I was trying to do was bring up someone who's thinking about something else.
To keep it fair, I would have had the same problem with Raheem Sterling if he did that about his clothing line the weekend before the Manchester derby, the weekend before Chelsea Man City. You know, so I'm all for it.
It's because we're seeing it.
It's the mentality. There's nothing against Man United.
I don't think there's a correlation.
Let's be real. You're being naive to think that these players don't do anything else outside of football. So even if we
That's
saw,
not what I said.
no,
but that's not what I said, though. That's not what I said to none of you lot. So to call it stupid, I didn't say that. Neville only put it out not this week, just not this week. That's all he said.
But there's no
I just think
correlation.
it doesn't matter.
What I'm saying is that there is no evidence. There's no evidence to suggest that whatever you do off the pitch, whether it's broadcasting or not, has anything to do with your mentality before a big game. That's what I'm saying. There is no evidence.
No, fine, but I'd love to know what Liverpool did the week of this game. Bearing in mind they had Napoli on the midweek. I'd love to know what they did this week because they were clearly up for it when the game kicked off.
That's why. Was there not that?
Their preparation was clearly better than Manchester United
before the
on
World
the
Cup
day.
final. They were playing video games the day before because they were just relaxing.
In what final?
Pirlo.
Pirlo said that.
Pirlo. So he was playing
It's
before.
seven.
Was it 06?
It's one game.
06, yeah. He played PlayStation.
PS2, you know.
You can't really say okay.
There is no correlation.
No correlation.
There is no correlation.
No.
Some people can switch on.
There is no correlation. And also with the Liverpool thing, it's also like it's so much layers to why Liverpool are better. Number one, because they're top of the league, they've got a mad run of form, and Klopp knows the weaknesses of Man United. He knows that we're going to come away from home. Like it's easy to play against Mourinho because you're not going to play attacking football. He's not going to do it. And even if he did, Klopp is prepared with a balanced midfield of Keita, Fabinho, and flipping Wijnaldum. So and this is also a midfield that has played together for a bit of time, especially people like Widge. So when it comes to like Liverpool are more prepared, it's a bit of a lazy argument simply because Man United don't know their best 11. The tactics are poor. Big man thing. No, like big man thing, yeah. Like all the 10 outfield players had a shot. Like that for me is like you're trying to defend. Like 36 shots versus 6 shots, yeah. And then it's like we had 41 clearances, they had like 12 or something. Like it's mad. So for me, I'm like tactically, like with Mourinho is just out of his depth. Whether it's sabotage or these are his true colours.
You think he's out of his depth? Yeah?
I think he saw the depth. He saw the depth of on the boat and he jumped out. That's what he did. And I genuinely think modern football has passed him by. I genuinely believe that.
To round up, let's round this. Go on, Adrian. From a Liverpool point, because we've talked a lot about United. How happy are you about
He kicked off early though. To be fair, he kicked off
a lot about United.
Fabinho was your best player. Fabinho was your absolute best player.
For me, yeah.
Him and Firmino.
For me, I thought if we were to beat United yesterday, we had to be at it from the off. We were at it from the off. It was fantastic. Obviously, now here's where obviously in May I'm going to be right or Peter's going to be right. One of us is going to be right. But I feel like
and
fair
I hope
enough.
it's you, by the way. I hope it's caveat. I hope it's you. I hope you're right.
Thank you. I do too.
I don't want City to win the league
because I don't want either. So we just cancelled it.
and one of the things that I think is going to push us over the line if we do get there is strength and depth. So the game was 1-1.
That victory yesterday is a big step to the title.
Do you know what's interesting though?
Big step.
Is it just me? Were you lot watching this game? Cause I was messaging you lot in the group and I was like, Liverpool are not putting these chances away. And I've been here before. When Liverpool go through this,
then it gets to half time.
They can't keep it up. Because even when the equaliser came in, it was flat. Anfield was flat. The players didn't have the urgency anymore. And 2 deflected goals.
Did you think that United were going to do something from the 1-1?
What I thought was, I thought it would end 1-1. I thought it was going to end 1-1.
Did you?
Yeah. Because not only
before Shaqiri came on, I don't know. It felt like it was going to just drive out into like 80 minutes. 85 minutes.
I felt like Jose was managing the game.
Three elements.
When I saw Shaqiri come on, I said it's long.
Yeah. Three reasons why. Because in the first half, I messaged the group, if United can get a clean sheet at half time, United are in this game. Because Liverpool were wasting chances. They were not putting them away. Yes, they were running at 100 miles an hour, but they can't do that for 90 minutes. And there was a period in the game, right in the middle of the game, whatever, from the 40th to like the 60th, Liverpool were dead. They were dry. They had nothing. The crowd was flat. Everybody knew, because even Anfield knew.
We've been here before.
We've been here before Filiani.
Oh, when Fellaini came, I called my heart sank. Because I thought, fluky header.
Something
crap.
Yeah. But
have you? No, genuine question. Have you guys watched Man United this season?
Yeah.
Seriously?
But you know what?
I know. And I've watched Man United for the past 20 years.
You have to be the fan on the opposite side.
Yeah,
because when you watch Fellaini come on, do you know what's so hilarious? Yeah. We would all laugh that Fellaini's coming on. But guess what happens? He's done something in the game that's either drawn you level or won you the game.
Did he not score against us with Van Gaal?
He scored against us at last season.
He did it at Old Trafford like 2-3 weeks ago. Who was it again?
He did it at Old Trafford, yeah.
He come on and scored.
Young boys.
Young boys. Yeah. So that's just funny. We don't think he's great.
No, but what I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying from a tactical perspective.
Yeah.
When I saw Fellaini come on, I was like, you know what? I wish I was standing next to George just to ask him, like, no background, no jokes. No, what is the plan with him coming on?
Why?
Like, no, in terms of what is the actual plan when but then he can't be because you're playing Lingard as sort of a 10.
Yeah.
But then you've got Rashford on wide left and then Lukaku inside forward. So if you want to link up play,
inside forward.
He was because Lukaku wasn't on the right. He stayed central. So it's like
it wasn't even a problem.
So it's like my question was who's on the right?
Why was he going to Van Dijk? I don't understand that. What last season they were making
Lovren.
They were making point on commentary. He was at Lovren and he bullied Lovren at Old Trafford last season.
It was a thankless
and
task.
then this season he just decides I'm going with Van Dijk. Why?
Which is why when Remy brings up Lukaku, we have to shut it down. Because he's crap.
I'm all for the shutdown.
No, he's crap. So what I'm saying is that when Lukaku's playing in that position, who is on the right? So no one's there. So then that's what I'm saying.
I think it says it a lot.
That's why I expect. I emphasize. He played 2 right backs. He really played 2 right backs.
Legit played 2 right backs.
So
A defensive one and an attacking one.
yeah, so it's like, what's the point? Like, what are you trying to do? So then, in that sense, Lingard is the link between midfield and attack, and then he scores and then you take him off. So
Yeah,
I'm
him
thinking,
coming off
from
on-
a tactical
whoa.
perspective,
Whoa.
why did you bring Fellaini on? No, honestly, like, I genuinely, like, I was like, you know what? Like, you know the man that, you know, like, the man
Was
that's...
that at 1-0?
That's 1-0. That's a half time. I'm thinking half time.
it's half-time.
I'm thinking half time.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder can see the final climbers on the pitch. Put Martial on the pitch.
It's unreal.
Like, it's not rocket science.
It's really not.
It's really not. Like Liverpool.
Jose used to be a guy who could do that. You know, when
I remember Old
yeah,
Trafford when he
keep
came,
it off.
when he came with Real Madrid, and the game was so hot because Nani had been sent off. He was like, you know what, United's heads are down. I'm putting on Modric while Ferguson's arguing with the ref.
Hot, yeah.
Brought on Modric. Modric scored a banger, and they left.
Game done. See you
Game
later.
done, and I feel like that's why I keep asking you guys. This Jose Mourinho that you dream of he's not there anymore.
But do you think he can come back?
No.
No.
Okay.
Maybe in another.
No, and the only reason I say that is because if you look at the top teams in Europe, look at
Where could he
height.
go?
Look at the height difference. No, forget that. Look at the height difference, the height variation from back 4 to midfield to attack.
Yeah.
Everyone in our spine is 6 foot and above.
Big guys, big blokes.
So when you're asking Lukaku to turn against Van Dijk is like, what are you doing? Like,
In fairness, he won the first couple headers. I was thinking.
no.
No. Him up. I'm talking from Liverpool first. He won the first couple of headers. I was thinking, wow, do we have a game here? And after that, Van Dijk just shut it down.
What did you expect?
Can't like,
Shut
if
it
you
down.
scored yesterday, would you say anything nice?
If we had won, I would have said something.
He got an assist, didn't it?
Like
That cost us dead! Don't.
how was that an assist?
He put Alisson.
How was that an
He
assist?
put it in Alisson's hand.
How was that an assist?
Alisson messed up.
How the heck is that an assist? How was that an
He
assist?
got fantasy points for someone who ran his
That was bringing an assist from Alisson's knee.
How was that an assist?
Alisson's knee assist. That's what it was.
He didn't get it.
When he brought the ball down, he bounced off his
Put it in his hand.
Anyway,
He crossed it into his hands.
But yeah,
Speaking on goalkeeping errors, let's go over to St Mary's. Let's move this
I
time.
know, but Alisson, though, before we go to St.
Yeah,
Mary's.
Okay, Oscar, I'd like you to read this, please.
Mad.
Read, just read my 4th point.
Brother,
Just read my 4th point.
defend Alisson from Peter's verbal barrage.
I knew this was coming. So I'm ready. Fair enough, it wasn't you, but I knew.
Listen,
I knew you come for Alisson today, so I'm
I was never going to come for
No,
Alisson.
fair enough.
Every goalkeeper makes a mistake.
Fair enough.
Right? He's not Karius. So I'm not going to anything push through the game.
But you know he's made like
it's earnest.
Like
It wasn't
the
you,
second
it was
most.
earnest.
Because I just want to be. I just have agendas. So I'm just looking at the whole thing. I think I read some stats about he has like the second highest errors to goals in the league or something. Yeah.
in the league.
Errors to goals.
Yeah. Errors.
I agree with that actually.
I feel like he does errors, but I didn't know they lead to goals.
To goals,
Errors
yes.
leading to goals.
Three.
goals,
I can think
yes.
of 3.
I can think of 3 right now. Yeah, I got 3 in my head.
Leicester.
Leicester.
Oh crap! I forgot Burnley.
Leicester, and yesterday,
Leicester.
United.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
There was another one.
Arsenal.
I was going to say Arsenal.
Arsenal.
He came out too early, innit?
And
Alisson.
was there one in the Champions League?
Maybe.
I don't know that I can remember.
But he saved in the Champions League against Napoli, so it's all.
What, the ball that came to him?
Whoa.
That was the moment. It was the moment.
Honestly,
Let's be real.
Napoli were playing rugby at that game. They just thought he could score. If you hit over the bar,
Did man watch Napoli that
you don't
game?
watch friggin' Napoli that day.
Napoli did not turn up.
Fucking furious. I was
It's not
livid.
like we didn't let them.
Who was their left
That's their
back?
problem.
Who was their left back?
That's not.
They took him off.
It's not our problem.
Oh my gosh!
They took him off.
Because was giving him the business.
No, listen, that left back was so awful.
Oh my gosh!
No, when he was pulled off, did you see the stare Ancelotti gave him when he walked off? Ancelotti's a nice guy. He's a
Ancelotti's the nicest
He's a
guy in
fucking
football.
teddy bear. The stare this guy got, and they had the nerve to call him like Raul Rubio, like a legit name.
Bro.
He's not good. He was awful, that left back.
Koulibaly had to be the left back and centre back.
Bruv, he was working his
He was
soul.
on everything.
And all I can
We're
think
talking
of,
about Napoli.
bruv, all I can think of.
That save?
Listen,
The
all-
save?
Whoa.
It was awful from Milik.
Do you know
It was
what I'm
an
saying?
awful
was
shot
saying-
from Milik.
No,
Milik was awful.
I was saying
Just
it
to
wasn't
keep
the save, it was the moment of it. That's
the moment,
why-
yes, the
that's
moment,
why-
yeah.
Here we
It's just
go.
the, it's
No,
just
it
the
is.
moment. It is the moment.
To keep you still at
The
that
finish
time.
was awful. The finish was awful.
Okay.
Napoli were woeful. Awful. They started the game top of the league and they're in the Europa League right now. They are awful.
Second year in a row.
Really disappointing me. Inter Milan, another... don't even get me started anyway. St. Mary's, another goalkeeper.
Certain man came back from injury
Are
still.
we ready to go to...
So you said you got a rant?
I'm ready to go. Okay, Arsenal, we've done nothing new since Arsene Wenger has left.
Wow.
So the time for Unai Emery, he has to be sacked if that's what Wenger got sacked for. If that's what he got sacked for. Do you know why? Because nothing changed. Did you watch the game? Have you watched us this season?
Yep.
Nothing's changed. 22 games unbeaten is a load of garbage. Because it had Vorskla twice, it had Karabag twice. It didn't leave a good result. Spurs at home. You beat Spurs at home.
No, I said Spurs Lisbon.
Really? Have you seen Lisbon?
No.
Half their team went on AWOL last season.
No, because this was my point.
Literally.
This is my point to all these Arsenal fans. They were like, 22 games unbeaten. I said, name me the team you played.
Garbage. It's a garbage stat. It's an awful record. Do you know why? Because if everybody else in this room got the same teams in a row, you would all be 22 games unbeaten. Am I right?
No.
Maybe not Man United, but Liverpool and Chelsea, Man City, you lot would all be unbeaten.
Even Spurs.
We played garbage sides. We played awful sides. We can't defend, which is the same problem last season. And what you saw last week, what you saw yesterday, Southampton!
Yeah.
Southampton!
Yeah.
The one team that hadn't won a game at home this season. They hadn't won at home this season.
Wesley hurt.
Let me ask you a question. If you have no centre halves, why do you play three at the back? Because you're forcing yourself to play three centre halves at the back. No, what do you mean not?
No, because,
what do you mean not? You have no centre halves.
No, but the thinking behind that is that you would think theoretically. So I'll use David Luiz as an example. The reason why he was so good in playing in the back three is because you've got two other guys to cover you. So you can have like three average guys, but if they're all playing together, it's a bit easier. Whereas if it's a two, you're a bit more isolated.
Bro, we don't have centre halves. Koscielny hasn't played since May.
I actually think it would have been easier to play a back four.
You play a back four because there's less damage to fill. Because we've got left backs, we've got right backs.
No, because
don't have centre halves.
Southampton weren't marking them on football.
And all to the wing and cross. Bone average.
Yeah.
And you don't learn from your
My
mistakes.
target went to the channels and crossed.
You don't learn from your mistakes.
was.
The first goal was header. The second goal was header. And the third goal was absolutely awful.
Because your back three was two guys out of position and a guy that came back.
Apparently Xhaka was at left back. I didn't see him anywhere.
Left back?
He was nowhere near the side.
I didn't know he was there.
He wasn't there.
Xhaka was left back.
He was the left wing back. He was the left wing back. He was awful. Everyone was poor that day.
Well,
And the only reason we scored 2 goals is because Mickey just took a shot. Because finally somebody who takes a shot rather because all it was last season under Wenger is that we would have tried to pass that ball so we would have lost 3-0. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Would have lost 3-0.
Mickey was like,
listen, I'm not on the Guendouzi train because he offers nothing in midfield. So if anyone wants to talk about Guendouzi, excuse me, why is Aaron Ramsey on the bench?
So he's just young.
He's nothing. He's nothing. Why we got Ainsley Maitland-Niles?
you know what? He's pace and power at FC. You know.
He's not pace.
He's not.
There's no pace.
Is he
There's no
pace?
pace, Ernest. I can assure you. He looks like there's pace because Torreira's next to him. Torreira's by himself because he was wondering where the hell is David Luiz?
Torreira,
where he was.
Torreira was getting
David Luiz.
handled.
Yes.
Torreira was getting handled.
Bro, he was by himself with 5 in midfield that Southampton played. 5 in midfield. Romeu was dirty again. You see it? I mean,
He's
nasty.
He's nasty.
He's been nasty.
Guys, Southampton are pathetic
They're
garbage.
still.
And these pony and trap, bog average strikers, Shane Long, Charlie Austin, and Danny Ings.
You see when Shane Long scored, yeah?
I sat there
I
in
was
disgust.
like, please be a goal. Please be a goal.
It's embarrassing,
because
guys.
I couldn't
It's
wait to text
embarrassing.
Peter.
It's embarrassing.
That Shane Long scored.
It's absolutely,
that
it's
would have been
absolutely
hilarious.
that
embarrassing.
would have been too
It's
funny.
who goes to St Mary's with 2 goals and leaves with no points?
That's unfathomable.
You can't do that.
Big banter.
You can't do that. And I wouldn't even accept 1 point. That's pathetic. We're not making the top 4 this season. I've said it here and now. Arsenal will not be in the top 4 this season because they're pathetic. And especially from yesterday's game was a prime example of how awful we are. And it was just a matter of time. We were going to lose that unbeaten run. You'd rather get beat by Liverpool at Anfield in December because at least you would have said, oh, we got beat by a good side. No. We lost to friggin'... We gave Palace their first goals of the season.
Facts.
We gave them
Cardiff.
a point. We gave Cardiff scored twice against... We are garbage. Awful. And Mesut friggin' Ozil. What was he doing when he come on? Because he didn't do nothing when he came on the pitch. This is a liability we've got. We've got a massive problem in our hands. It's a huge deal. It's a huge problem.
Are you waiting for January?
We're not going to make the top 4, so I don't care about January.
No, as far as if there are players you could, as in not top echelons, but if there are players you could sign, say like a left back, for example, to sort out some problems. If they were because who played? No, I saw Monreal play left back yesterday.
No, he played the left in the 3. This is my point. Yeah. In the 3, it's dire. We had Monreal, we had Koscielny and Lichtsteiner as the 3.
Would you take Eric Bailly?
I would, in a heartbeat. In a frigging heartbeat.
He had a good game, by the way.
In a heartbeat.
He's our best player.
In a heartbeat. Mate, we're not making the top 4 and I'm livid because my season's over. My season's finished.
Oh,
we're not winning the... I'll come over. It's over, guys.
Over on this side.
It's not over.
I don't give a damn if we're 3 points behind Chelsea.
It's not over. It's not over.
I don't give a damn if we're 3
Oh,
points
Remy,
behind
there are
Chelsea.
more L's coming.
No.
Our team is so
There's
bad.
more L's coming.
Remy,
It's so bad.
The top 4 is as it is now. It
Now,
will
let me
remain.
tell you, and another reason why Unai should be marked, because he signed 5 players, and they've done nothing for our team.
Okay.
It's done no
If
improvement.
we look at this,
5.
if we look at
No,
this,
as you can't count Torreira there. Torreira's been...
What has done?
As in, that have done
fine.
nothing.
Okay, fine.
4 have done nothing.
What I mean by nothing, it hasn't improved our team.
I think Socrates has improved your team.
I love Socrates.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love
Yeah.
Socrates.
I think Socrates.
But
has improved
why are
your
we
team.
still talking about our defence?
Well,
He's in
he's
there.
not-
He's not bad. He's not awful.
Because your
But
captain leader legend came back.
I felt sorry for him because he was obviously forced back because of all the suspensions he got and all the injuries.
Where has he been rapping us?
Injured. So
I saw him tweet the other day he was coming back.
Yeah, he was.
So who was
He
suspended?
said back in training.
There's a lot
Who
of
is it that was
setbacks he's had.
suspended?
Socrates and Mustafi. But Mustafi also was injured as well. So it's a bit touch and go for him on Wednesday against Tottenham. So, I don't know, man. I'm fed up because we're not winning the Europa League. No cat in hell's chance we're winning the Europa League.
Inter Milan, Napoli, Chelsea.
Inter, they're bog average in the Europa League. It's Chelsea will win it, or Chelsea, Sevilla, Napoli.
Sevilla's
that's the
there.
3.
Right there.
Sevilla had 18 points in their
I
group.
wouldn't write you man
Oh,
off.
so you're really not winning.
Yeah,
I really
18
think,
points.
I really
I wouldn't rate you man off in
you're
Europa
really
League.
not giving your team enough credit. I don't know. I just feel
Credit
like
for beating Vorskla twice, Karabakh twice. Let me name them: Cardiff, Fulham. Who doesn't win at Fulham? Who doesn't? Man United.
We beat Fulham.
you got to beat who's in front of you. Okay, the 20.
Oh, Remy, stop
Wait,
that, man.
wait,
No,
wait, wait.
no, we're not going to
The
2019 with this mentality, bro. You got to beat who you face.
I'm
Bro, stop it, man. Nah, man.
Corporate
Minus
there.
the 8 games from outside of that. 14 games unbeaten in the Prem.
Yeah.
10 wins, 4 draws.
Yeah.
Cool. 4 draws. Like that's not.
What does that mean?
That's not what 30. What
But
30?
every
Have you
But
watched-
I think
every
what you need to.
victory-
I think what you need to look at the style of the wins and how, because that's what he's trying to say.
Every-
He's saying since Wenger nothing has changed.
Nothing's
And if we
changed.
saw the actual change in the process, then I see why he's upset.
it's-
What I'm
funny,
saying is
it's
that
how
since that
things
the Chelsea loss, since the Chelsea loss,
Yeah.
you guys hadn't lost until then.
Yeah.
You got the 3rd highest most points in that time after Liverpool and City, no?
Yeah.
So after all that, yes, you can. I know it sounds bad, and you can say, okay, oh, we haven't moved in the table.
Yeah.
It's like United's won a couple seasons ago.
Yeah.
All that unbeaten.
Yeah,
Was
we're not,
still
by the way, we're unbeaten. We're not in the top 4, by the way.
yeah, but
We're not there.
Tottenham have taken L's and they're still on
you
top.
gained 34. You gained 34 points out of time, and
Yeah.
cool. Tottenham gained like 30 something, 32. Liverpool gained like 36 or 38 or something like that. Man City 36.
But is that
So
because of our
everyone's
is that because of
gained-
our start though? Was that because of
Yeah,
our
because you
start?
lost the first 2 games.
Exactly.
But after that, I'm saying that you guys have actually gained all these points since. And so, but everyone else has done a similar kind of thing. So, although you're unbeaten,
And in that, you face Liverpool, Tottenham, and United.
yeah. So
I'm upset because
I just feel like it's-
the
It's
thing
style
is,
of play, though.
I'm upset.
Yeah, no, I
every,
agree,
Every
but-
win,
Style
every
of
draw
play.
comes with a caveat. We were lucky to draw against Wolves. I mean, the list goes on. Every result came with a caveat.
I think the only thing that's
Every
I
result.
noticed, even seeing it all those weeks ago against
Yeah.
Leicester,
Yeah.
was the slow starts. I think that's going to come back to bite you, and in this case it did. Every single time you start the game slow, and the first half you're always either losing or drawing.
Unless
you
you
can't always do a comeback in the 45 minutes.
No,
So
absolutely.
that's
I mean,
the part that I think. But to say nothing's changed, I
Nothing
think
has
that's-
changed.
I don't
Remy.
think that's the case. man.
Nothing's
What's changed?
changed.
What's changed?
Nothing's changed.
Mentality of the
We go
squad.
away. We
That's
go
the only
away
thing
from
that's
home
changed.
and
I
get
think-
beat.
The players are
concede
goals. Quality. You got Aubameyang. You got like I said. Okay,
He was
yes.
there last year.
Did you see Aubameyang
They
yesterday?
were there last year.
But
Did
he's
you
top-
watch
he's top-
Aubameyang
I mean,
yesterday?
scorer.
they
He's
bring
top scorer.
Oh, here we go.
they bring on Lacazette and never fed him the ball. He was making stuff out of magic. There was moments where he had the ball in the box, and I thought, bloody hell, he's having to create his own chances. Ozil get offered nothing. Ramsey's on the bench. I'm looking at this thinking, hang on a minute, how is Ramsey
Is
on
the
the
Ramsey
bench?
one a bit of a unique situation?
No,
Just do the
you
contract.
sell Ozil, you sign Ramsey, and you deal. It's simple.
No, but
it's simple.
But that's not Emery's call though.
It's it's not.
It was
But
decided before you even came.
yeah, I know. But it's it's simple.
Or even if you can't do that, just play the guy until he goes.
Just let them go to Besiktas or wherever he is. Wherever,
Until the guy is not an Arsenal player, he is an Arsenal player.
No,
There's a reason he hasn't
I
played
know.
these games. It's not because of freaking backaches. It's not nothing to do with that. It's because he's not good enough.
Ozil.
Ozil, what's it called?
He's not their best player anymore.
Emery was
But
fully
when I
saying-
suggested that it wasn't backaches, you were like, "No, it's injuries."
No, but what I'm saying is that Emery's literally gone and said, look, he said he didn't play him against Bournemouth because of the intensity that Bournemouth offered. I mean, that summed it up. That just summed it up. That you can't go to the Vitality
I say you can't
Stadium
hack Bournemouth.
to Dean Court. They haven't won in 8. They got 1 win in 8 games.
Some 11k Cedar Stadium.
11k. They give you like
You can't hack
400
it.
allocation away.
Is that the UK's AC
Support.
Milan?
The UK's AC Milan. No, so I'm fed up, guys. I'm pissed off because we're not making the top 4. We're not in the Champions League next year. We're going out of the Europa League. And will we get beat on Wednesday? I don't know. I'm dreading Wednesday. I'm absolutely dreading Wednesday.
Are you working?
It's against the scum. And the thing is, is that I don't care about the Carabao Cup. The problem is I care about the opposition that we're playing against. That's the difference. Like we could beat Spurs Wednesday, and if we get City in the semi-final, fine. Let's just give them the goals and let's move on to the rest of the season. But there's nothing to play for. There's nothing else to play for. We won't make top 4 because we're not better than Chelsea. We're not better than Spurs. We're not better than Liverpool.
I think.
But
it's
if
gonna
you
be a tougher
draw,
race than
if you draw, it's a good result
Draw where?
in the League Cup.
Why?
Oh, because Jose Mourinho said we drew against Derby. So if they draw,
Well, it goes into a penalty shootout.
no.
They drew against Derby.
It went into a penalty shootout that day too.
But yeah.
Now if you draw, it's a good result.
That's what I mean, Peter. It makes me
Because you
sick.
didn't lose.
The man makes me sick. It makes me ill.
My team is pathetic. You can't lose that St.
You're
Mary's.
going to face Burnley next week, and then you're probably going to beat them, and you'll be back to
Really?
normal.
It's an early kickoff. I'm not so sure.
What,
Is that the Emirates?
That's at home.
What does that mean? That's 3 points. That is 3 points.
I ain't clear.
That is 3 of them.
Now,
After Spurs on Wednesday.
Did you not watch the
Saturday,
facts?
No.
At Turf Moor, no, Emirates.
Maybe,
was
yeah.
good.
Did you watch the Huddersfield performance?
Did you see us
Yeah.
against
no, but that
Huddersfield?
one, they can tell they're just cruising. They weren't in.
We weren't cruising, bro. We were not cruising.
No, but
we
you didn't
tried.
take it seriously.
We tried to
No,
score.
Huddersfield.
We
No,
tried.
Huddersfield.
Wagner
Wagner came on a militant
That
team.
man came
like
Two
eight-
banks of
eight
4.
defenders.
We weren't cruising, bro.
Five
We
man
actually
defenders
tried.
trying to score.
Don't get twisted.
When I move, you move. When I move, you move. But
Just like that. No.
that defense is
I think them
regimented.
kind of games, they
I'm
have
pissed
good.
off.
I don't think that's something.
Because let's say we go unbeaten again between now and Anfield on the 29th, and then get our butts handed to.
I hope so.
Again, deflation.
Oh, you will beat Arsenal.
You're gonna cane us.
Oh, you're going to
You're
beat
gonna cane
Arsenal.
us.
I don't think so.
We're woeful at the back.
I hope so.
We haven't got the
Oh, they're going
balls.
to beat Arsenal.
We haven't got the balls. We haven't got it. We ain't got it.
When it came to Emirates, you guys
Oh,
you
here
drew
we
1-1.
go.
You drew 1-1.
And guess what? And who was happy with the result? Arsenal. What a surprise. We were happier for drawing at home to them.
Arsenal celebrated that one still.
And Liverpool were not top of the league by then.
Liverpool were pissed off they drew.
Now they have it.
That's the mentality, my friend. That's the mentality I'm talking about. You don't come to the
I do think
and
you
get
guys
a point.
have made
It feels good,
man.
man. It feels good,
You
man.
made.
I mean, it feels good
huge
now.
strides.
No, been
And
like,
the unbeaten run, although you know,
Been a decent team, innit?
it gets overrated. But in that time,
I've seen
you
Liverpool
have
crap.
gained a lot. You have gained a lot of points.
Listen,
And I think those
Name the
draws-
credible results. Name the credible results in that unbeaten run. Credible results.
Can't even lie.
You can't even lie.
You beat Tottenham.
It's the 3 game. Well,
Is that
2
credible?
games.
Is
Yeah.
beating Tottenham at home credible? Who loses to Tottenham at home?
Man United.
Hang on.
Chelsea.
Hang on.
No, but the man up.
Oh, hey!
The man up.
That was finger on the buzzer.
No.
Palace. When you drew Palace, and then it's like
Palace was the beginning for
that
me,
was
you
the
know.
start. You
Is
started.
it downhill? That was just after Fulham. We'd only beaten Cardiff and Fulham, then we had Palace.
No,
So
you
it's like
won
that-
like 7 in a row. You won 7 in a row. Then you drew to Palace, and then I think it was like
Yeah.
no. What was
Brent,
it? Liverpool after
I
that.
forgot Brentford,
Blackpool.
Blackpool.
No, stop adding the.
That was a 7 in a row. You
No,
can't
it
tell me it
wasn't.
was a
7 in a
7
row was
It went in
the
the
Premier
league.
League.
It went in the
It
league.
was.
Well,
You
what
won
month-
10.
What
You won
month?
10 in the
what
league.
month- What month was
Yeah,
what
Bro,
month was
you won 10 in the league and 4 draws. You got to do the math.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
I don't do no 22. I'm talking 14.
Yeah, he took back the lead.
Stuff. Forget that nonsense.
bro, we drew at Old Trafford. Do you know how pissed off I am about that? Do you know how pissed off I am about that?
You know what?
Drawing at Old
That was an
Trafford.
embarrassing result.
It's not good.
It's embarrassing.
It's not
still.
good.
Wow.
So you look at the games where we drop points, you think, man,
Roll's out here doing 240 challenges, and Arsenal still couldn't beat us.
people's hair's getting pulled.
Yeah.
Saying,
Arsenal still couldn't beat us.
The hair is giving you goals.
Like,
The hair's giving us goals and we still
like
Rojo
Rojo said it here.
Our excuse every year was, De Gea. If only they didn't have De Gea. He gave us goals and we still
Still
drew.
couldn't win.
Yeah.
No, I'm fed up with this side. I'm so fed up because nothing's changed.
Welcome.
Nothing's changed at
this
this
side.
club, and it's pissing me off. And they kicked Wenger out for what reason? I'd have Wenger's football again. Just bring it back. We'll finish in the same place.
Here we go. So this is
I
where.
don't know, you know.
Here we go.
I don't know, you know.
If I should finish 6th with Emery or Wenger, which one would I take? Well, I'll take Wenger. I prefer Wenger over them.
I said his 6 is different.
Yeah,
His 6 is different to your 6.
His 6. So I'm pissed off, guys. I'm furious.
Wow.
Anyway,
Sorry, bro.
I'll tell you who shouldn't be pissed off. The Blues.
I'm not pissed off.
No, because you played superbly against Brighton.
Played some good football, innit?
3 points, 2-1 for Chelsea at Brighton. Did anyone see this? It wasn't on TV, but highlights.
Yeah,
I
they
genuinely
did that
couldn't
still.
care less
They did
about
that
that
still.
The
Yeah.
football's brilliant, Ernest. I think you who likes a 90-minute match, check that out.
Yeah, literally.
Phenomenal.
I watched the highlights because obviously it went on TV, and I was thinking, do I need to watch 90 minutes of this?
Oh,
Because
it
the
was
way these guys are
beautiful football.
moving the ball, it was salacious. It was all sorts.
But you don't like doing
What's
it
a
at
word?
grounds like that.
Yeah.
You don't like doing it at grounds like
thesaurus
that.
ones.
Brighton, Huddersfield. You
I
don't
don't
play some
know.
awesome football out there.
I don't know.
Do you know why I don't care about that result? Yeah,
Why?
it's because Man United lost.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
No, I hear
Yeah,
you.
that's fair enough.
We
Like,
lost at-
I'll probably watch it sometime this week.
We lost at the same
because
time.
of how much you guys are.
No, it was nice move.
Because I saw
Nice move.
highlights of Loftus-Cheek here, and I'm like, this guy is one of the best midfielders England have. Like honestly, and he's been better than Smelly Ali, but you know. He's not going to get into the England squad. He's dead, blood. Like, Dele Alli scores goals and that's it. He's dead, bro.
Smelly Ali. Yeah, but we did the false 9 thing again, innit?
So Morata's not seeing pitch?
I think Morata's going in
He
January.
needs to see an airport.
He needs to go.
He will still get he will see games though. He will see the pitch because
He's catching flights.
Catch the flag, bro. And he's catching feelings as well because he's soft.
Yeah,
he's touring.
He is soft.
Yeah, he needs to go.
Soft guy.
But yeah, no,
I told you.
because it's December though. You did tell us because it's December. It's like he's gonna play. Like
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
games
Yeah,
are coming
okay.
thick
Nature
and
of it.
What
fast.
about Ollie?
He,
What, Olivier's
bro,
not getting the
I
game?
would start Olivier Giroud, but he's been on the bench lately.
Why is he not starting?
Because he's not good enough.
Facts.
He's
Yeah.
not good
If
enough.
you're to win the league, facts.
That's
Good
it.
enough.
That's why. he's not starting.
If you didn't learn it from us for 5 years, then I don't know what you lot were smoking over there when you signed him. But anyway,
Has Olivier Giroud ever scored 18 goals in the league?
no,
Like
17 was his max.
a man had no 2 shots on target or 2 shots or whatever in the World Cup.
He had none on target.
Like, come on.
He
like,
did. His team won the World Cup and he didn't score a goal.
Yeah, like
and he played up
come
front.
on.
Summed him up.
Stop it.
That sums him up.
Come on, that's
That
it.
sums
Yeah.
him up.
Stop.
Sums him up.
Olivier
Yeah.
Giroud was £12 million and you got your £12 million back. That's
Yeah.
what it
Then
was.
and
Yeah.
then they paid
That's what it
18 for him.
Yeah.
God, when I saw
You
that,
lot are idiots because you paid 18 for
when I
we
saw
paid
that, I was
12.
like, and
I
I told you
pumped
lot,
at 12.
and I told you lot, like, go for like someone needs to go for Chicharito.
I thought you said that.
Yeah, no, that's-
you like Giroud's link up there and the way he frees up.
That's why I like him over Morata, but Morata is trash. So better than trash is not hard to do.
They have two
So it's one of
trash
those
centre
ones.
forwards.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
And
Giroud's not trash, man. Come on.
They have 2 trash centre
No,
forwards.
they've got one.
They've got 2 trash
Giroud.
centre forwards. Lacazette was
Adrian, no, you're asking the obvious. Why would you take Giroud at your club?
him or Firmino.
Why? No, forget that. Why would you take Giroud at your club?
I wasn't. I would take him at Liverpool.
Here we go.
There we go.
Yes.
Here
End
we
of
go.
discussion. then.
That's
Next.
So he's trash. Do you know how difficult it is to have 2 bad centre backs? You know how hard that is. To have 2 guys who don't know what they're doing in front of goal. That's difficult, you know.
Oh, you mean centre forward?
Centre forwards. Yeah, awful. Awful.
That's what he said off.
He's a centre back. He's a centre back. He's a centre back.
In the January transfer window, then
Excuse me?
he's gonna buy someone.
Who?
Chicharito.
Sorry.
Chicharito.
I'm not looking
Their
forward.
owner's not even in the
I'm not
country.
looking forward to it.
Who's on the
He's still
country?
there.
Their owner's still not
He
in the
hasn't,
country.
he hasn't been back this. He hasn't been here this
Is this
season.
man an Israeli citizen yet?
I don't know, bro. He hasn't
I
touched
read
down for
something
this
about a
season.
transfer ban.
Yeah. Apparently
Yeah.
Chelsea are
About time.
Are they
appealing.
finally catching up to you?
Are,
The
yeah.
computer one.
Chelsea are appealing about a
The
transfer ban.
backhanded
So
deals.
there's a rumor around Chelsea fans that this January window is going to be our last window for the next 2 years.
About time.
So Chelsea may spend big.
Ground it up in pie.
So Chelsea
powder
may
and
spend
inject it in
big.
my
That's
veins.
why.
Please.
That's why we've seen
Oh,
Aspilicueta
please,
get a new contract. Marcus Alonso get a new
please.
contract. All of these players that you might think a top team would be letting go of, Chelsea are signing new contracts for these players. So I don't know.
What are the grounds that you lot are being having an embargo?
It's like young players stuff.
Oh, damn
Yeah.
right. It's about bloody time. You
the
lot were doing
signing
that for
finally
bloody
want to.
well.
Yeah.
They're from Madam's dad's like 60 bags.
The first
I don't
that
see
was
what's wrong
first
with that.
inquired when ADB was in charge of them.
You know
I
what
don't
man
see what's
told me
wrong with
today?
that.
A man
Let
told me
me
today
know
at
your
work
family.
that it kicked off from Gael Kakuta.
Yeah.
I said
man.
I was in uni when Kakuta was playing for
I swear he
Chelsea.
was under Mourinho, blood. I swear.
2010, no.
2010 was Carlo.
2010
Carlo.
was
Carlo times. That's when Kakuta had a couple games for Chelsea.
Yes,
in
he
that time.
did. He
Yeah.
did have a few
Wow,
games.
Kakuta.
Yeah, he played in that title winning
Where's
team.
he now? China?
I don't know. Where
I think he was in
bro.
America or something. Being a
I don't know.
DJ or something.
Being a DJ.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You know how these youngsters get.
He's probably like 28 by now.
Christian Vieri's a DJ. Do you remember him? I just read up on him. But anyway, go on.
I'm so, like that. Nothing would make me more happy about your team than that.
They're
time.
being bankrupt.
Because you've gotten away. You, City and PSG have gotten away with murder.
Madrid. Don't forget
Madrid
Madrid.
as well.
What is FFP?
What is it? It's a
It's
good question.
bans.
It's a good question.
Early exists on Football Manager.
In terms of all of
It is
it,
banned.
the
It is banned.
worst was Madrid for selling a car park to the nation, and that then took them. No, that
It
you
declared.
can't get it worse. You can't
I didn't
sell.
even know that.
They sold their car park outside their stadium, and it cost like 200 million
A car park.
to the
To the council, to the city.
Like-
to the
Governor
bank,
body?
I guess,
car park.
like to the governing bank, and that's how they bought through past FFP.
That's P
for
though,
years
still. That's P.
for a car park
No,
that they use, by the way.
A car
So
park.
they
No,
use, but
as in,
Madrid use it,
so
though.
the person who bought the car park, they can charge people to park their cars.
Well, no, because they don't charge Madrid for it. Madrid still
That's
use it
ridiculous. That's
because
ridiculous.
it's their stadium.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ain't that not frauds?
No, it's a farce. It's a UEFA farce.
That's a sin, you know.
That's all it
Yeah,
is.
some embezzlement,
It's
man.
ridiculous. But anyway, thank God. Bring that embargo
Please.
on Chelsea.
Well,
Well, it's not
I'm
confirmed.
for-
Chelsea have appealed it, so we'll see.
You have to give an account for that.
I'm just saying the fact that you men are signing all these guys on contracts tells me that someone
Yeah,
is
yeah,
knows
that's
something.
happened. That's happened.
Someone knows something.
For
your
sure.
owner can't get back in the
Kante
country.
new deal, Alonso new deal, Aspilicueta new deal. I think
Your owner can't get
there's
back in
others.
the
I'm sure they're
country.
trying to get Hudson-Odoi on that new deal, but you know,
The only thing is, speaking of Hudson-Odoi, this might be a good thing for the youngsters, maybe. The fact that you can't actually sign new players.
yeah. But how many youngsters is that good for? Like 2 of them.
Yeah, I know.
No, I think it could be more. Depending on the situation that occurs, it could be more.
Because if you can't actually sign...
Yeah. And then if Hazard leaves us in that time, hoi.
Hey,
Hi-yo!
so, this could potentially mean Icardi.
Key. Huh?
No,
This could mean Icardi in the
can't
window.
go nowhere.
But the thing is,
Bro, they
yeah,
need to drop the bag on Icardi.
the thing is, if you're a Cardi,
they
you're
do.
asking these questions though.
Yeah.
All go on for the future of this club.
Where am I going
You have to drop like 300 on Icardi if anything, to secure that deal.
No, I feel like it is much.
I mean, Inter will just laugh you at 200 mil.
1/5.
They'll laugh at you at 200
Bro, you know we bid it for Koulibaly for 90 million
That's
pounds
what
and they rejected it.
Well, how much did I swear they said they took it to until
No, 130 million euros.
That's right. Yeah. Even
Forget about it.
So no, but the thing
But
is
he's
this.
awesome.
No, but the thing is this.
He's
Man
awesome.
are moving. Like Higuain went to Juve 2-3 years ago for 75. How much do you think Icardi's gonna go for?
When his
you're right.
90?
Like
Yeah.
90 or
I
something.
think
Yeah.
it's like
Sorry,
90
yeah, sorry,
euros,
90, yeah.
maybe 90 million.
No, it was 75. But they got the 90 million. They got the money for Pogba, and then they signed Higuain for 75. Trust me, man. Listen, Icardi is going to cost man bucks.
200.
If I'm Icardi, I'm asking questions.
Listen, I'm in Milan, bro. I'm living it up. I'm the king of Milan.
He's the king of
So
Milan.
if I'm moving, give me a reason.
The fact man beefed the ultras and lives to tell the tale, he's the king.
he's the king. He's not even Italian.
He wrote about it in a
He's
book.
the king. He's a man.
The thing is, he's not even Italian.
He's not Italian.
He's got Maxi Lopez's kids tattooed on his name, on his body.
Can you imagine?
He's got a name tattooed on his body.
That is jokes.
Yeah, he is.
But please God,
But
please
anyway.
let it happen to Chelsea.
Anything
man.
more on Chelsea?
No.
On Chelsea in the title race? Because it's just been Man City and Liverpool. I feel like Chelsea, Tottenham, who are like
I wouldn't say you're out.
No, we're not out, but obviously the team have to believe that. That's
I
what they're
personally think
fighting
there's only 2 teams in the title.
Yeah,
race.
I don't. We're out. Yeah, yeah.
Fair play. Anything else across the leagues? Or across anywhere? We don't have to talk about everything, but Champions League draw.
Oh yeah. United PSG. That's
United,
on
PSG.
Mazza. We supposed
Have you seen the fixtures around that time?
No.
I saw Man City. I saw
We got PSG at home,
Yes.
Liverpool away,
at home.
Liverpool at home. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, it was PSG at home, Liverpool at home, PSG away, Arsenal away, City away, City at home.
Nice.
This game is interesting because we'll finally see who is better, Rashford or Mbappe. We'll get that answer.
Yeah.
Like,
We didn't know.
guys, we have Mbappe versus Mr. New Contract.
Mike Smalling.
Like
Oh,
Mike,
yeah.
Money
Mr.
back.
Mike Smalling.
Oh, guys,
Well, that I mean, a transfer ban would explain that, wouldn't it? But clearly, why are you signing him on a new deal? Like, what is
Oh,
that?
but no, because you know, Mourinho loves a tryer, so he tries. You know, so
Give him new.
I don't know what Mourinho loves. He's a fool.
I'm shocked that you're here.
Liverpool.
Go
Liverpool.
on,
Bayern
with
Munich.
the PSG before we go. I don't know. Obviously, it's easy to say.
Do not say anything wild.
I'm not saying anything wild.
What are you gonna
I'm
say?
saying I feel like out of all the
Game
top,
and
you know, the top teams that finished first, I feel like PSG is one that maybe that Mourinho might be happy with, only because we
Wow,
know
the lot.
I think
Compared to.
I wanted Porto, mate.
Porto finished up.
I was looking at Porto, licking my lips.
I didn't even realize Porto. No, I'm saying like the hardest
wait,
because
wait.
you know why? Because PSG, 6-1 last, the year before that, they're known to choke a little bit. So I think
Dortmund was there, Atleti was there.
they might be one. No, Atleti was
Second.
But I think.
Yeah, you're right.
No,
They're the same
PSG,
people.
we know. I'm not trying to be silly, but I
You're
think
saying out of the
all
lot
the
that finished
teams,
first,
I
Porto
think
was
that's-
one of them. You said PSG is the better.
might be one that he might kind
Out
of.
of
I don't know.
what else is there? There was Bayern Munich. There was Bayern Munich finished second. Did
No,
Bayern?
No, Bayern Munich are top.
Bayern
We
Munich.
got them. We got them.
You finished second.
Yeah.
Okay,
Real
okay.
Madrid, they could have been. Barcelona, they
I
could
think
have
that
been.
PSG's one that
Is it-
going them to kind of choke a little bit. That's why I think.
Hold on,
It's
there's
not
a
a
Real
pressure done
Madrid
deal.
over there as well. There's Madrid, and even I'm not going to say
They're
don't worry
gonna-
about
they're gonna-
Who did you say? Madrid or PSG?
Madrid. Oh my
You'd
God, they're
rather
dire.
face Madrid now.
Yeah, they're dire.
Okay.
Ronaldo less, Zidane less, and they're awful in the league this season, losing to teams like Osasuna.
Well, football
No.
heritage.
Huh?
Football heritage.
No.
Like when it gets to the business.
That was
end.
last year.
That was last year.
That was last year's argument.
That Christian extends for one
when,
season.
When they got beat. No, because they ain't got Ronaldo or Zidane.
Oh, fair play.
Come on.
You don't think it's like,
Wherever Ronaldo goes, you win the league. You win the Champions
maybe like
League.
I heard that.
Him and Messi.
1-1
you win
draw.
Champions
Hey,
League.
Juventus winning
Go
it.
to
Potentially.
Parc des
No,
Princes.
no,
Those
Remy,
things are
Remy,
little
Remy.
bit-
I genuinely think that you say things to troll me.
I really am not.
I genuinely think that you say things
I'm
to
actually being
piss me off.
serious. I really think.
Do you know what? This is one of those
It could
games
be a
where it's a case
sneaky.
of how many.
It could be a sneaky.
You know,
No, Pete,
like in the league.
In the fixture list I gave you, where are we winning?
No.
Where are we winning?
None of those.
We're not winning any of those
I don't
games.
know winning.
No,
It's the way it goes thing. It's the way it goes thing.
Remy, you're not winning any
Guys,
of those
I
five
cannot wait to see that front three at Old Trafford. I cannot wait.
Bloody
It's
hell.
too
cannot
easy,
wait.
but it's too easy to say that.
Well, okay, question. Will Jose Mourinho be the manager by that game?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah?
He's a manager now, so yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, Liverpool Bayern, that's gonna be a tasty one.
Liverpool beat Bayern.
You reckon?
No, they won't.
It will be tasty though.
Ernest,
It will be
by the
tasty.
time Bayern meet Liverpool,
Kovac.
Bayern, two things. Let's put some peas on the table. Bayern will be top of the Bundesliga and they'll beat Liverpool. I'll tell you that
If
now.
we're putting peas on the table, you're down on Champions League predictions.
What? What did I say?
You said Inter Milan and Napoli will be through at this stage.
Inter? Well, yeah, come on.
They're not.
You got come on.
Inter messed
No,
up,
come
though.
on,
I don't
no.
know.
Men lie.
No, Pete, you've been getting away with man.
Men lie. Women lie.
From
Table
summer,
never lies.
They let
you
me
said
down.
things and I've allowed you.
They let me down.
But Pete,
They let me down. But even we can agree, Napoli shot themselves and Inter.
Yeah,
I don't care.
But
I don't
they
care.
themselves.
I don't care.
So
But you didn't expect it.
So?
You
I
didn't
don't
expect
care.
that. You didn't
What?
expect
I
that.
expected Liverpool to beat Nap.
No, but
he said it.
No,
Okay.
but there was a point where I was almost right. You know, when Napoli
That's
were
football,
top.
though. That's football.
Napoli were top, and then Inter Milan had to beat PSV at home, and then they both went out. I mean, you couldn't make Roma. Who are
That tackle, did you see that tackle on Icardi, by the way?
Roma are
Last
11th
second.
in Serie A and are in the knockout stages of the Champions League.
Oh my days.
No,
I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? You can't make this up. But yeah, no.
we are going to get destroyed.
All right, Bayern will be up there. Oh yeah, I agree. Man United will get.
No, Liverpool will be Bayern.
Liverpool will be a good game, but
It'll be
Liverpool
very
have bigger fish to fry in the league, and
Yeah.
they cannot get themselves tangled in that Bayern Munich mess.
Oh,
Do
no
not.
way.
Oh, is
Do
it
not.
because they're actually going to be facing a big side this time?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Granted,
Oh, okay.
absolutely.
That's
They dodged every bullet because when they met a big
that's
side
mad.
last season, guess what happened to them? They got their butts
We'll
handed
beat
in
them
the
3-0.
What when you got who?
We'll beat them 3-0.
Who?
City.
Man.
Right.
Man.
Okay.
And they did beat PSG this year, to be fair.
Did PSG beat them away?
Yeah.
Better goal difference.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. Thank you very much.
Well, fair enough. But they won a game, innit?
We
They're
call
3
that
points.
where I'm
away
from.
goals, no? Wasn't it
Where I'm
2-1?
from,
Wasn't it
we
2-1?
call that 5-4 and
What was the
aggregate.
score? What was the score at the Parc des Princes?
3-1.
No, 2-1.
It's 2-1.
2-1.
So it's a part. So they go for an away goals.
No, they don't.
Yeah. No.
PSV
PSG went for an away
yeah.
goals.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was that bad. I think the same thing for Bayern and
But
Liverpool.
Ernest,
Like,
regardless of
They're not going to the
regardless
Allianz.
of United,
They're not going to the Allianz.
I remember you weren't keen on PSG in the Champions League, as in.
They've got Liverpool have to batter Bayern Munich at home
I'm
first.
not. I wanted us to get the lesser sides in the Champions League, just to show the board that you're not even better than Dortmund. You're not even better than Porto. Because PSG will beat us. Bayern will beat us.
Yeah.
But it won't be. it won't be a surprise to anyone.
Yeah.
Because to me, I feel like I wanted Dortmund because I want to see a young, thriving side play Man United. I don't want... Because Sevilla was like, it was the bookiest team. The bookiest draw you could get is Sevilla. Because they're just weird.
Yeah.
Like, they can play football, but they can be dead as well.
They could knock
but
any of the English teams
you see,
out.
yeah,
But they
so
get-
it's just one of
get
them...
beaten, so-
It's like Lyon versus Man City. They just haven't seemed to get their number. They seem to have their number this year. So for me,
Sevilla looking good this year as well. Like, they were top of the
They were
league.
top for a while.
So for me, I personally wanted Man United to play against the best young players in Europe. Your Jadon Sancho's, your Pulisic's, your Marco Reus, your Guerrero's, all these other guys, Akanji, all these other guys to play, just so you can see, actually, you don't need the biggest names to play football, you just need a football system. That is the bigger picture. Forget Glazers, forget what, you don't play football. You don't have a plan. Dortmund do.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Dortmund will change manager every 2 weeks, and they're still playing better football than us. Porto, all these dead teams or whatever, get them Man United, and we'll see. Because Remy would have said we'll beat Porto. Guarantee you would have said we'll beat Porto. But we're not going to beat Porto.
You don't think so?
I'm reversed.
I don't think they beat Schalke still.
Huh?
No, they're beating Schalke. They're beating Schalke. This year's Schalke. Yeah.
Schalke are dead this year.
They'll beat Schalke.
Schalke are dead this
Wait,
year.
I'm missing something. What's changed Porto from last year to now?
Adrian.
It's Manchester United.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Pete. Because someone gets it. Like, man, don't watch Man United, bro. We are dead, bro.
Porto dead. Fair enough. But fair enough.
They won 6-6 in their group.
Fair enough.
So
They're dead. Man United are dead.
So certain man went there and panned them 5-0 last year, away from home, but fair enough.
Yeah, but the point we're making is Man United.
I fair enough.
Not that it's Porto.
Fair enough. I heard it.
Hey, you're moving mad today.
He's trying to tell us. He's trying to tell us.
Team of the week.
Southampton.
Oh yeah, mate.
Sultan.
They have to. They have to. That's dead.
Southampton. They are so dead.
Well, Liverpool, no.
Southampton
stop
are
it,
the
man.
street killers.
What?
They broke the street.
I said Undertaker, 25 and 0.
You call him the Brock Lesnar of the Premier League or
Listen,
what?
Yes.
Southampton all day, every day.
22-1.
Oh,
301 and 22, 25 and 1.
They are dead, bro.
God.
Yeah, no, Southampton.
So that's our team of the week.
They beat Arsenal.
Smokes.
They beat Arsenal. Liverpool did what they should have done. They won a game at home against a team that's seventh.
You're taking the piss, man.
Like,
Right.
Fine.
that's
okay,
the facts
fine.
of the matter.
Fine.
Wow.
So Southampton have got
Team
team
of
of
the
the week. Who's not the team of the week?
Oh, there's only one team.
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Ah, this is unreal.
What?
Arsenal lost to Southampton.
Yeah, you lost to Southampton.
Like, I remember the timeline laughing at Man United when they drew. You lost to
You
Southampton.
lost.
And I
bro.
laughed when Man United drew.
Yeah.
When it was 2-0 down,
Yeah.
I said, I said to Benita, you can't make this stuff up.
Easiest ground in the
She has
league.
no idea what I was talking about. It is the easiest
Yeah,
ground
easiest
to win.
ground in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
rubbish team.
When,
Only in
when
chat.
Robin
Yeah,
tried
yeah.
to pull up on me and say, no easy ground. What, are you joking? Say
No, but he said that for Banks though.
I hope he is,
Yeah,
because
he
he sounded
was.
serious.
He was.
No, I don't
he brought
think-
forth a case.
No,
That's
that
what made it
wasn't
worse.
But that's why you're the West team of the week.
Cool.
Yeah, you're right. You lost at the crappiest place.
Fair enough.
And you know so deep. There's such an argument for United. Like there's such an
Yeah.
argument.
Yeah,
But
yes.
you lot were
Yeah.
dead, bro. Like honestly,
Player of the week.
Danny Ings.
I've got my Liverpool City glasses.
There's one.
Fabinho.
Danny Ings.
Oh, is it? Okay.
But it was fantastic.
You said last week, yeah, we
I
spoke
didn't know you
about,
could play football that well.
last week we spoke about the thingy, the best signing of the season so far, and then you said Shaqiri, and I was looking at you like, what's Shaqiri actually done? Like, but you know,
He was like
he's
13
won the game.
million.
He's
Yeah.
won the game.
I mean, he was peanuts.
Yeah, but he doesn't even start. Like, how can you be the best signing of the season?
No, but like, his impacts, like when he does actually
No.
play, he had something.
Player of the week. Player
And he's
of the
got like 5 goals in 13 games.
Danny Ings.
week. Danny Ings. This is getting ridiculous.
He scored 2 goals against Arsenal.
Down the south
Hazard
coast there.
was sacked, so.
I mean, Shaqiri scored. Did he score twice?
2 deflected goals.
He's got two deflections.
2
Yeah, he
deflected
came off
goals.
the bench and he made it happen.
Someone's got to kick it. Someone's got to kick
You
it.
know,
Someone's got to kick it.
Okay. Danny
whoa,
freaking
whoa. Like, that doesn't sound right.
That's
No,
what it,
who said
it?
Ings? I didn't say Ings. I said Hazard, and he said Hazard.
Danny Ings.
Hazard, Danny Ings.
Fabinho.
Fabinho. So Eden Hazard gets player of the week. Goal of the week.
Oh, guys, Eden Hazard was player of the week.
Apparently.
He was sick. I don't know, but you bring other names to me. I don't
Danny
know.
Ings scored 2 goals against Arsenal.
Yeah.
What?
I'll tell you what, the fans down at St Mary's will be absolutely livid about this prediction.
Fans,
Wait,
fans?
who said Danny
What
Ings?
fans?
You
I
said
said
Ings.
Danny Ings.
Who else said Ings?
Guys, we're gonna come
So you're
back
not
to
saying
this.
Ings?
Oh, fair enough. I haven't even decided.
Guys, we're gonna come back to this in about 3 months' time, and we're gonna say someone else who's done the same thing Ings has done as Player of the Week. Watch. Oh, wait.
He's
Yeah,
come back. He's
we
come
will.
back. He's
We will.
come back from
It's
injury.
gonna
and all
happen.
sorts.
It's gonna
Give
happen.
it to Danny. Simple.
But he scored against the worst team of the week. I'm joking. Go on.
Oh,
You see, Liverpool, we said our agent of distraction over there. He's still a Liverpool player
Oh god.
to go and cripple Arsenal.
Goal
Wow.
of the week.
Wow.
Ooh.
goal of the week.
Let's see.
Did you not see Junior Hoylett's goal at Watford?
Oh, it was a repeat of the one.
Literally a repeat of
Wolves.
the other one.
Yeah, I didn't watch matches in the outside.
Hey, do you remember when he came up through like the ranks at Blackburn and he was
Yeah.
called Davids? And like, it looks like he was going to be something.
David Junior Hoylett. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Throwback,
I remember
now you
that,
say
yeah.
that. Oh my days.
Even Newcastle's goal, Rondon's one was nice.
Rondon's goal was
The
tight
tie from the
football.
keeper
Great
all the way-
football. In fact,
oh.
yeah, I'm going with that one.
Rondon's
Rondon.
nice.
Yeah, Rondon.
Rondon, you
Solomon.
Solomon. Alright, Solomon.
He's
Rondon.
got more technical ability than I give him credit for, you know?
If it's Ruben Kazan, Rondon, I'm with you. But when it's like.
I can't lie.
West Bromwich
I only saw that guy in FIFA Ultimate Team.
I don't know.
And he was just a big lump.
Nah, as in just in Europe.
Did you go see that chant from the Newcastle fans?
Go on.
They were singing the last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to Rafa Benitez.
I'll give it to Rafa.
Yeah, literally the whole stand was just singing it loud. It was funny. It was funny stuff.
The
Of
man
course.
needed to chip in for a new defender.
Of course, they were topless.
10 out of each.
At,
In the cold.
At Huddersfield.
With a pint in their hands.
With a
This
pint
thing
in
is
their
too
hands.
open.
Oh my
open.
Oh, it's
There's
cold.
no cover. There's no
Yorkshire
cover.
in December. Oh my god, that is cold.
No clue.
Who's not that guy this week?
Is it time for someone to get inducted?
Oh, is it an induction?
I think it's time.
If it's who I think you're thinking.
What was that?
I told you forever to click on your humming.
Oh, you know what I mean? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm
Because this guy, like, he's a... did he hear his comments after the game?
What did he
Nah,
say
leave
after
it
the
there.
game?
What do you say?
What, did he not say stuff? No, he said stuff like, Liverpool only won because of 2 deflected goals. He said stuff... He said stuff...
Hold on, is he not in the Hall of Fame?
He should be. He needs to go. He needs to go.
Who's in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I don't know.
He said
I don't know where
Jurgen Klopp got lucky.
Huh?
He said Jurgen Klopp got lucky against them.
I think you should wrap this up then, because he's clearly not that guy this week. He got
Oh,
it
I
tactically
haven't got
wrong.
a phone,
It was a net
man.
tip.
2 seconds.
If you want to use mine, you can do. Because I had one as well, but that is all good.
Because the thing is, this guy, for me, I've got respect for him. I've got respect for what he's done.
Today
Rather.
you really don't.
No, I've got respect for what he's done. No,
I've never heard you go at my man, bro.
No, because I can't stand malpractice.
No, he's taking the
I'm
mick.
I've seen it before me.
He's actually taking the mick out of a whole club.
How can you play an asymmetric system? It wasn't even equal.
They
No.
weren't equal all sides of the pitch, I can assure you.
How do you do that? That is funny.
Can all your facts be from this season, please?
This season alone.
Yeah. Because if you go back, actually, you know what? Give some context to what he used to do.
Yeah, I'll give some context. Right. So
You know what? Do your thing. Don't
in
let me interrupt.
fact, it's
I'm not going to interrupt.
No.
You do you, bro.
No, it's not even my manager. In fact,
Do you know what I
you
think
should
we
be
should
on
do?
this.
I think all of us should say one fact because we'll find a different one.
Yeah, why not?
We'll find one. We'll just go around the circle. It's just like,
I'm just looking at his honours.
No, his honours is long. It's longer than certain man's whole Wikipedia.
That's why
It's
from January last year, was it this year? Yeah, January last year to now, I'm baffed, bro.
No, do you know how, like, his honours are so deep, he's even got a picture inside.
Yeah.
You know certain man never have a picture for the Instagram for the
Wikipedia
for the
profile.
Wikipedia profile. Man's got it inside the honours.
Trust me.
Nah, he was something special.
He's even got a tab called records, and it's just records by
this guy was
by
special.
himself.
Nah, he's a special manager, but
line him up.
I'll give you.
Fucking 18 now.
I'll give you a good fact. He
No,
had the
no.
longest football unbeaten home run by a manager for 9 years.
Bruh.
He was 9 years at home unbeaten. What a stat! There you go.
Is that because he left?
I plucked it out.
One of these stats are old though.
No, I guess he didn't lose at home.
No, it said he's got the most points in the Premier League season, 95.
Well,
Yeah.
that needs to be
Yeah.
adjusted.
So it has to be patterns.
The most for that time.
most games I'm being at home.
Well, at the time he got it, it was a record. So fair enough.
9 years, though.
9 years, 77.
Isn't that because he left?
No, but like when he went to other clubs,
Yeah.
he was still.
Because
I
he
think,
did.
at home.
He did lose at home. He did lose
his
at home
first defeat
to
at
Chelsea.
home was-
Oh, so that's
Chelsea.
not a Premier League record.
No,
That's
this is
him. That's sick
him.
still. That is
him
sick.
for 9 years.
That is hard. That
We're
is
going
sick.
to your home games, just like, yep, we ain't losing. We ain't losing.
Yeah.
That's how Chelsea
What was
felt.
losing at home
Chelsea was
at the
not
bridge?
good.
So
Let's
lads,
talk stuff with the
where
fortress.
did it go wrong for this guy, for this man?
I think it was Real Madrid time when he started getting.
I was
getting that
him out in the FA Cup final.
Yeah,
That's what
For me, I told you about Sevilla marked the beginning of the end.
I'll go
Yeah,
Sevilla.
Sevilla was a mad one.
Sevilla was flawless.
Sevilla was bad.
Sevilla was absolutely lawless.
No, Paul Pogba was on the bench against Sevilla.
Well, they've had beef that long.
Yeah, he's
Grief. Yeah.
By the way, made him captain this year and stripped him of captaincy. To have Ashley Young as captain. Oh,
Do you remember that?
So
Who's
he's-
the actual club captain? I don't know. Who's the actual club?
That's
The
the
official
official
one.
I think it's Valencia, but I think he's scared of being stripped of it.
Valencia's moving Higgy.
But apparently,
bruv.
I
Like,
heard
he's
that
moving
Valencia's
mad.
leaving, no? At least it was
Oh,
nine
and
players.
thank God he's leaving.
Line it up. Hey,
Thank God.
let's get this
Let's
over
get it,
and done
yeah.
with. Let's get this shambles over and done with.
You already had that fight with Pogba like, at Tottenham.
It wasn't a fight.
It was a fight, but
It
like,
wasn't a fight.
they just
I mean,
basically
No,
argued.
Pogba was dead, so
They
you
argued-
stuck it on him.
They
Like, what are you
argued over
doing?
each other.
Yeah, and I 100% agree with that. He's moving mad.
Born on the 26th of January 1963.
So his birthday's coming up.
It's a Johnny White boy.
What are you gonna get?
Good month.
He's P45. In Setúbal, Portugal.
That's bad.
Oh, I never even knew he kicks ball. Apparently he was a midfielder.
He played like, I think it was a semi-pro or something.
Apparently, it wasn't good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, well, played 94 games. And his career lasted 7 years, so take from that what you will. This guy's had a storied football management career. Kicked off in the year 2000 at Benfica. He's, in total he's played for 3 clubs in Portugal, including Porto, where he was a manager until 2004. In the summer of that year, he joined Chelsea for 3 years. And
It's a special.
Oscar, just tell us, how was that time?
It's a special one. It was magical.
I am not one of the bottle.
I think I am a special one.
I think I am a special one.
That's all I can say really.
Yeah.
Go on.
He then went to Inter Milan, where he won an unprecedented treble.
Yes.
Basically, not revolutionized football, but it was a phenomenal side. He then went to Real Madrid, where he got his La Liga. What he went there for.
Comfortable.
Didn't get the Champions League, unfortunately, but he got his La Liga.
Poke someone in the eye, but yeah.
But man gave him a mandible claw. And in the year 2013, he rejoined Chelsea.
Came back home.
In his first year back, he was, what did he call himself? Was it the little
Happy.
He
horse?
did the little horse.
Yeah, he calls himself the pony.
Well, if it was a little horse then, what is he now? And now, in the year 2016, he then joined Manchester United. And Ernest, what's happened since then?
Nothing.
Absolutely. Dog pile.
Nothing.
Limped over the line in the Europa League.
They've been looking for.
In his career, he's won 25 major honours
Yes.
in 18 years.
Phenomenal.
That's
Phenomenal record.
phenomenal.
I keep him just for that.
It's just that.
Nostalgia will kill you lot, you know.
It can.
Nostalgia will kill you lot.
Can.
You lot are reminiscing too hard.
And Jose in. I'm liking all these stats.
Line it up.
Listen, for me, the beginning of the end was that Seville press conference. and it just showed the guy is genuinely not well no more. Because I
Man,
can
I'm not saying Kanye is moving mad. Like, Jose
guy-
Mourinho.
It's his brother.
It's his brother, bro.
It's his brother.
He
Like,
still lives in a
bro.
hotel, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can hear man sign a 3-year contract and he lives in an Airbnb. Like, no, because what that tells me like he's not down for the cause. He's not there for the long haul. My man's living in a suitcase.
How do United give him a new deal when they know this as well after the effect?
And that's why I was at Gary Neville yesterday. You're absolutely spot on. Why did you give him a new contract? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Does Gary Neville believe what he says?
No, of course not. Of course not. Gary Neville.
Finish the name, go on.
You know what? For me, you was a lunatic after that Seville game.
You
I'm gonna watch that again.
you got
Piped by a decent Spanish side at home.
Ben Yedder, you know.
And then you had to...
Where's he been since? Where's Ben Yedder been
He's
since?
been decent this year, though.
Where's he been since?
In the Europa League.
Anyways,
FA Cup final. he played an Alex Ferguson back four.
What?
He's on his, no, honestly, he is sabotaging the team, bro.
Fergie left 5 years before that.
That's insane.
5 years.
Ferguson's departure
it,
is 5 years old.
Close it.
Oh,
Just say the name and let's get it out with. Hall of Fame. Who's in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame.
Jose Mario dos Santos Mourinho Felix. You're not that guy, bruv. Sort it out. You've lost your nut.
He is in the Hall of Fame.
You lost your nut.
He's
Hall of
inducted.
Fame.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
He's been inducted.
Friday Night Football,
Hall
Wolves
of
at home
Shame.
to Liverpool. It would be Liverpool, wouldn't
That's
it?
tough.
It would be Liverpool, wouldn't it?
Draw.
It would.
Wait, let me see that argument. It would be Liverpool. Then. Not that I'm saying like teams should rock up and lose football games.
Yeah.
But over the course of a season, you're gonna get funny results. I think this could potentially be it.
Wolves.
It's not easy.
With every top team,
Championship,
it's not
it's not
16
easy, it's not
except
easy.
Tottenham this year.
Championship.
So and they beat Chelsea as well. So against the top teams, they've been all right. I just think.
They lost against Huddersfield.
The draw.
They lost against Cardiff.
1-1.
Liverpool need to go there and do their thing.
Lost against Newcastle.
Liverpool win.
Yeah, but against the top teams, they stepped
Liverpool
up,
win.
innit? That's what I'm saying.
Liverpool
my
win.
prediction.
Liverpool win. They're top of the league.
go.
For a
1-1.
reason. Liverpool.
Okay. Draw.
Draw.
Win.
Win. Arsenal at home to Burnley. 12:30 kickoff.
2-1 Arsenal.
Arsenal win. Arsenal win.
Full house.
Yeah.
Just. Bournemouth at home to Brighton.
Bournemouth.
Are you sure? 1 win in 8.
Draw.
Who Bournemouth?
Really?
Draw. I see a
1
draw.
win in 8. They lost 7 in a row.
Well,
Oh,
in
no,
the
I
Prem?
think it's 3 in a row then 4 in a row.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
It's weird. Bournemouth are weird.
I think Bournemouth still.
Bournemouth.
You think they'll bounce back? Yeah, I think they'll just bounce back. Chelsea at home to Leicester.
Chelsea.
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 Full house.
Yeah,
Full
Chelsea.
house. Full house. Chelsea.
Striker.
Huddersfield at home to Southampton.
Southampton.
Yeah, Huddersfield can't score. Oh,
New
they're
manager.
struggling. What's going on? The fuck's wrong? Mooney,
They've got Mooney up front. What do you expect?
Their strikers are whack, bro.
I know.
Draw it. I
I
still
know.
draw, but they're no.
It'll be a 1-0. A 1-0.
A team that can't score against a team that can't defend.
Then,
What, 1-0?
1-0.
Yeah, yeah, 1.
Yeah, it's a 1-0. Man City at home to Palace.
City.
Full house.
Full house, yeah.
City.
Let's not...
Newcastle.
Bring it back.
Newcastle at home to Fulham.
Okay.
Newcastle. Fulham.
Newcastle.
Draw.
Newcastle are winning on the road.
You said Fulham?
I'm going to go Fulham.
Wow.
I'm going for a draw.
Wow. Okay. West
Mitrovic to get a goal.
Ham at home to Watford.
Watford.
West Ham.
West Ham
Draw,
are in good
draw.
form, you know.
Brilliant form.
Oh, Watford will beat them.
Titi.
I'm
They're
going
on the same
West Ham.
points. Yeah, they're both on the same points.
I'm going West Ham. Cardiff 5:30 kickoff at home to Manchester United.
Why are we at 5-8?
So
Why are
we
we
could-
at
so we
3
could
weeks
watch
when
Sport.
no
So
one
that,
can
so that
watch?
Rio Ferdinand can be on BT Sport and then talk about United for the
Where
football
is it
tonight.
home or away?
It's at Cardiff. I got Cardiff at home win on this one.
you
I've
know
got a home win on Cardiff on this one. I
I
can't
guess
lie.
see now. They'll get a goal early. The crowd will be rocking, and then we'll be too good again. We'll be all.
We haven't won in the last 2 games in all comps.
Just
Cardiff.
Just 2 games.
I'm going for a Cardiff home win.
Hold on, what was the the Fulham was the result before that.
Do you know why?
That's last
And
week.
do you know-
That was last
and do-
week.
and do you know why? United won't fancy it out there. They just won't be up for the challenge.
Yeah, it's going to be cold.
They won't be up for
Yeah.
it. They won't be up for it. And Mourinho won't play a good side.
He'll play the wrong midfield.
But
Martial-
Martial might wear the black gloves, so then he might score.
What does that mean? He's on smoke?
Yeah, apparently. That's what I heard on Twitter.
You see-
No, when Nasri used to put on the snoods. You remember this?
That's smoke.
I used to think, rah, you've come on with a scarf and yet you're still scoring goals.
Your body in the
Fair
team.
enough. I'll give
You
you
know,
that.
Hey, well, what was the
United
next
will
week?
bounce
So
back.
what's
We'll
time
bounce
out?
back. We'll bounce back. I think we can get that.
You think you'll win?
Peter.
I think that I don't know what's going
You
to
can't play till Jan.
Well,
I can't play again, but it's time for them.
I don't know if they've officially done it, but they're idiots anyway for signing him.
Yeah, you know.
That's gold, isn't it?
United, Ernest. Give us a prediction.
I genuinely don't know what's
The
going to happen.
people want to
I
know.
really don't know.
The people want to know what you
I
think.
don't know what's going to happen.
If you were to guess,
Well, United's going to turn up.
if you was to put a pound on a result, what would you put?
A draw.
A draw. Okay.
I'll put my pound in at Morley's. It's nonsense. United.
United.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going Cardiff, man. I'm going Cardiff. I'm going to stick my neck out.
I think quality will prevail. It will be one of them games where United are set up awfully, but the man will just say, let's
It's just like 1-0 or
Cardiff.
1-1 by 80 minutes, then United can prevail.
It
But
could be like the Huddersfield one all over again like last year. I don't know.
What happened there?
I could see a
2-0.
Brighton.
2-1,
2-1.
2-1 last year.
Oh, that was Lindelof, innit?
Mm-hmm.
I could see a
Liverpool
Brighton.
bounce.
One game on Sunday. It's Everton at home to Spurs. 4:00 kickoff.
That's a nice game.
I was gonna say, that's a nice
every
game.
year they're always so evenly matched, but.
Do you know what?
Yeah, I feel like
I
they're
like that
equals.
fixture, yeah,
What
every
did that
time.
Everton Man City game on the weekend? I realised one thing, and we probably all knew this at the start of the season. But Everton need a centre forward.
Oh yeah.
Holy smokes! They played Richarlison up front. That is the levels.
No, I genuinely feel like Ademola Lookman is the striker they're looking for, and they just he's a striker.
I thought he was a winger.
I never see him play up front.
He's got so much pace as well.
And the thing is, they're actually taking a piss by playing people like Richarlison up top. Like Marco Silva likes you had,
Richarlison's nothing, though, innit?
yeah, as in, yeah, like
Is he still there?
Yeah.
yeah, it's like these guys are just like proper like dead players that you don't need. Lookman has genuine quality.
That's Allardyce's fault as well, by the way.
What?
Because Allardyce bought garbage at that club.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Certain money shouldn't let them spend. Just let them keep you in the league. No, because his legacy at the club should be kept us in the league, not kept us in the league and signed 2 players that you know have to play and pay.
Yeah, you don't.
He signed Theo Walcott.
What did
Theo Walcott.
what did Rick James say? Dave Chappelle. They were not supposed to give you niggas money.
They'll never give you the internet.
Oh god, they need a centre forward. They need a centre forward.
Like,
They should get Mitrovic.
you know what I discovered is absolute trash. Calvert-Lewin. Wow.
Wait, it took you till now.
Oh,
you know what?
no, because I don't watch Everton like that.
For the moment I said let's set eyes on him.
Wow,
Yeah,
he's garbage.
What I
guy,
don't get
he's
about
so
him.
nothing.
He's got nothing about
In
him.
fact, let me pull this up. That's every Everton youth player.
Tom Davies.
Name it.
Mustafi.
Name them all.
Mustafi.
You're disrespectful, you know.
I mean, he's a World Cup winner.
Why did you say Mustafi?
He played for
used to play
Everton.
for Everton.
He came up from their ranks. Yeah, he was at Everton in 2009.
Godran Mustafi.
Like 2010, 2009.
Was that Everton?
You look at honestly, you look at the clubs he's played for. You don't think he's even German.
I didn't want to
He's
Italy.
Sampdoria.
Sampdoria after.
He's played for I think Fiorentina. He's played for
Wow.
friggin'
He's travelled
Everton.
this season.
Oh mate, he
Oh,
can't
do
stay.
you know who's garbage as well?
Valencia
Do you know who's garbage as well,
Go
or
on.
has become garbage?
Go on.
Curtis Zuma. Wow.
I feel sorry for him.
He was bad.
It's the injury. It's the injury because he was good.
That injury really messed
Yeah,
him
messed
up.
him up.
I was there when he was
I
when he was
really,
injured.
really liked Kurt Zuma, man.
I was there when he was.
Was I against Newcastle?
Still
No,
do.
United.
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 You could hear the scream from the stand.
You hear it?
It was so painful.
When he landed,
Yeah, that
because you can't see it on the pitch.
Yeah.
When you saw it on TV, it was like, oh my gosh, that looks painful just by watching it.
Like, I feel sorry for the guy.
But he is garbage.
He's
now.
bad now. And
you
the thing
got-
is,
yeah.
he's still signed to Chelsea. So
He
obviously,
is.
when transfer ban kicks in, he will be back in
He was
offside.
definitely inside. Damn right.
So-
No, I can see you letting him go outright.
Yeah, no, probably.
Because the level
To be
is
fair,
supposed to come back.
he
Tammy
played for
Abraham.
Stoke and him.
Stoke.
And Everton. Oh, come
But
on.
Tammy Abrams on loan scoring a bag of goals at Villa, but he could score 50 goals. He's not starting for Chelsea.
right,
It don't make
yeah.
a difference in the Championship.
Like a certain of a youngster at Aston Villa, Transabi. Yes, he seems to be competent. But, you know,
Where you go with this?
It's funny what Twanzebe when you got Darmian.
oh, no, of course. What am I talking about, Adrian?
Phil Jones.
You know,
Back to my Everton agenda. Pebbington, remember him?
Matthew Pemberton.
Holgate.
Mason
Holgate.
Mason Holgate got a month of just gas where they were just talking about
They all did.
it.
Who was the one that scored? There was a player that came off the bench and they scored a goal for Everton. He was a forward. Never heard of him
Was
again.
another Greek guy, Velios?
Velios. Oh my god. Where's Besic?
Everton are trash.
Where-
Where is Bessie?
I think he's at Borough now.
He's moved, yeah, he moved.
I mean, when you loan Balassi to Villa, that you know.
Where is Oviedo?
Oh.
Sunderland last time I checked.
wow.
But
Funes
he couldn't
Mori.
get
Where's
since then.
Funes Mori?
Funes Mori's in Spain.
He's
Has he moved, yeah?
I don't care where he is. I couldn't give a damn.
I was patting that Everton badge at Anfield last year. Brilliant.
I got my head was hot that day.
Yeah.
Like,
But for me, a front three of Walcott, Lookman, and Richarlison
not bad at all.
is not bad for Everton.
Not bad at all.
You know.
They got Bernard as well, and they got Andre Gomez. They got
Oh,
no,
he's
side.
been one of my favourite
4-2-3-1.
Gomez.
4-2-3-1.
Andre
is still
Gomes
good.
actually been very. For me, he's
on loan
he's a
from where?
Barca.
Barca.
He's such a good watch. If you
Like
They're not gonna keep
his
him out,
his
right?
movement is what I expected from Pogba when he came. Like he has very good movement.
No, he's a decent
as
tiny
a number 8. Wow.
Tiny player.
And I've been
I've been a fan so far. Still,
I like Guy as well.
It's just a game.
He's just a gay.
In the right system,
People don't like him, but
I think he could be quality still.
I can't be honest. I'd rather have McCarthy. They've already got him. I'd rather have him.
Well, did he break his legs? Where is he?
James McCarthy had a tidy period in the Prem where he was
good.
He was like a young James Milner.
Yeah.
He was just good at everything.
He's just good at what he's doing.
Competent midfielder.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he
He
did
could
break.
tackle, he could pass.
Yeah, he did have a leg break, I think, at one point.
Yeah, because I ain't seen him in ages.
Yeah.
So,
Seamus Coleman's gone downhill as well.
Remember that? Him and Leighton Baines. Him and Leighton Baines.
Best left
No,
back.
2010 or whatever they were, all right?
Yeah.
Good
That's
grief.
8 years ago.
Apparently Moyes wanted them. Maybe like 2012 even.
I
Apparently
think,
Moyes
a
wanted
bit
them.
later. But anyway, that sums up this week's Top 4 podcast. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. It's been an action-packed one.
Last thoughts. The
Yes.
5th best player in the world scored a hat-trick the other day.
Yeah. Has the highest goals in the league,
Yeah.
in La Liga with 14. More than any other striker in football. And has the highest assist.
No, but he was the 5th best player in the
Has
world.
the highest
guys.
assist with 10. More than any other
he
player.
was
He doesn't have 10.
Guys, I feel just
He has,
He has 8 assists. Hazard has 9. Hazard has the highest.
he has 10 assists.
Very
Did you watch Lionel Messi yesterday?
Oh yeah, you got two.
I saw
He has
it
10 assists.
yesterday.
I didn't read 10 assists.
He has 10 assists
My
yesterday.
team, my bad. I mean,
He
if
had
it's
10
fair
assists
enough,
yesterday.
I read 9
And
today.
He's too good for his
Go
own
for
good.
the league.
Guys,
He's too good for his own good.
There's no goals for him.
Ronaldo got the winning penalty.
Guys, he's not.
In the Turin derby.
In the Turin derby.
Are you freaking joking?
Guys,
It's
he's not
the
better.
derby.
He's not better than Griezmann.
He's not better than
He's not
Griezmann.
better than Griezmann.
He's not better than Modric.
He's not.
Oh, he's not better than Ronaldo.
He's not better.
You know that for sure.
He finished 5th. This is a
Like,
disgrace.
he's too good for his own good. That's all it is. He's marked to a different standards.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Which is idiotic.
Yeah.
It's idiotic. It's dumb.
Henri was asked who his best player that he played with, and he said, "Let's take away the freaks, because obviously the freak is Messi." And he goes like Dennis Bergkamp.
No, he said 3. He said the freak is Messi, Ronaldinho, and
Zidane, yeah.
So we can't talk about those.
We can't talk
But the
about-
best player I've played with outside of those is Dennis
That's
Bergkamp.
human. It's Dennis Bergkamp. And that summed it up. That for me just said, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sums it up this week. Make sure to share, like, subscribe as well. I think there's the next couple of games. We've got games midweek, so I don't know how we're going to do the Christmas period. Whether we continue on, or we're just doing it on Monday again, because I think Christmas Day is what?
Tuesday.
So Christmas Eve. Are we recording in Christmas Eve?
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be at work till like 9, 10.
Right. So we got to think about what
Festive.
We could do something.
We could do some festive podcasting. But yeah, share, like, subscribe. See ya. Peace.